so they don't like to deliver.
Allegedly. Good
Well,
morning.
I have this
Morning,
hat
Scott.
and I have the gas and flag flying outside, or I used to. The local delivery company flat out said we are not delivering to your address anymore. And I have it on recording that he's like, nope. I'm like, why? He's like, we don't have to deliver to anyone. I'm like, yes, you do. It's like, if I was racist, you'd have to. No, I don't. I don't deliver to racists. I'm like, you do. You have to deliver. That's your contract with Amazon. You
Now,
have to deliver to everybody.
I'm sure you don't want to get into this whole story because it's personal, but just let me ask you this before you talk to him. Did you ever at any point call this man's wife a cunt to her?
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
But like 2 years ago. And I apologize.
Hey. I mean, listen,
That's
I
me.
can't
That's
deliver
me.
your mail. I'm sorry, sir. I tried. It's funny though, because your neighbor was still getting mail. He's like, I can't go down your road.
The
You're
next
like,
day, right?
you're going down my road.
Yeah, it wasn't that I was racist or that I called, because after I called her a cunt, we had a little talk and I apologized. I'm like, he's like, okay,
Yeah, you don't have to get into
we'll
your
see moving forward how this is gonna go. And then the next, I said, motherfucker, you're at my neighbor's. I videotaped him pulling into my neighbors, so his bullshit excuse about the road's too dangerous is fucked.
Yeah, that's really funny. Can I show you something right now? This is HBD to HBD to HRH.
That's my future queen. Don't you say nothing.
No, I love her. Okay, so I got stuck in montages of her today, like her clothes and all this different shit, and I pretty much love
women
her.
like her.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you.
The prince?
Is that why? She doesn't seem well. None of that I think is interesting. Just her personally, because I already know that she was
destroyed a family.
Yeah, whatever. None of that matters to me. That happens all the time. That's very American of them, but no, this one, she looks kind. She seems kind. I don't know anything about her, right? So
Trudeau looked like a nice fella too when he got power. Before he got power.
No, he doesn't. That's like saying fucking what's our guy? Who's my guy? No, that's not our guy. My state guy. Oh, I already forgot. Oh, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, yeah.
Yeah. The devil. That's like saying he looked nice. No,
I was okay. So this morning I was watching some PBD, and I was on the fence if Gavin Newsom's going to be the man running after Biden dies of COVID, but
Big Mike.
I think it's going to be Michelle Obama.
Big Mike. I saw on Twitter randomly. So on my phone here, I haven't signed it into Twitter.
They need a Hail Mary, right? Because people don't like Gavin Newsom outside of California. I don't even think California likes Gavin Newsom. Do you? Like, do lefties like him?
We tried to recall him. We got close. Yeah.
Do they actually like him, or they just like him because he's not a Republican?
It's the same thing to them. So yeah.
So yeah, I think you're gonna see Michelle Obama come out as a fucking wild card, the first black female president. That's all it's gonna be, and the only reason if they lose is gonna be because of racist people.
That's why they can't get rid of they fucked up, so they can't get rid of Biden now, because then Harris gets the first person of color type shit, and they need that to be Obama's because she's
there for 8 fucking years.
Anyways, it's Kate's birthday and she dresses great. She's got good posture and she doesn't seem so full of herself, and that's why I like Kate as of this morning.
What's her background though? Where did she come from? Isn't she like Mexican?
Bruh, no. There's no fucking way. I'm pretty sure she comes from
She ain't white. I know that's why the queen hated her, because she was fucking up the blood pool.
Dude, I think you're thinking of Meghan.
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry.
Meghan's actually black. This girl has look at her again, please, for Christ's sake. Kate's cool. Still not banned here, Mexican. No. I shouldn't have corrected you. I should just let you think this was her.
See?
Do you like her now that she's not black?
I don't know who she is.
Just look at her face. She looks nice. That's the point of this. It's
her birthday. She looks like she's got an alcohol eye. Like, you know how alkies get that one fucking little dangle.
She's so cute. This is the future queen. You were right about that. But this one married the actual future king, the older brother. Oh, this is Kate Middleton.
So this isn't the home wrecker.
No, I don't know. I don't know what she did.
Well, she didn't denounce the royal, so she's still a royal family member.
Yeah. She's the princess.
Yeah, that's not the one I hate. I don't know anything about this one. Other than she's got a really fucked up eye.
It's snowing, and she got damn snow in it while she's obviously saving children in a military operation.
Blacker, running your mouth does.
She got a snowflake in there, so she's doing a thing, and so it's fucking up the way her makeup looks. You don't know anything.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh my God. You literally told me that ugly bitch was hot the other day. You remember that? And then I show you a hot chick and you're like, ugly.
Which one?
Just tell us
Business?
you're gay. Okay, forget it. There's another thing that happened. Check this out. Dum-ba-dum.
What do we got here?
Michigan. They done won. They done won. The national champions. You don't care about football? College football?
I'm surprised they're not getting fined by the environmentalists for the. Didn't Jim Harbaugh get in trouble recently for something cheating or spying or? He was in big trouble for something really recent.
Was it like sign stealing or some shit?
Can you? I don't know if you can you steal signs? Because they all have headsets and stuff, right? So they're just like.
Yeah, but maybe on this field they were like, I don't know. I don't know any of the signs. I almost did some real perverted ones that I learned from Vicky at Halloween. South Park destroyed Megan in the Worldwide Privacy Tour episode. My mother-in-law said we were related to Kate. Somehow, shrug. I mean, it could be possible. My mother-in-law saving children, right? You don't know, band. You don't know. She looked pretty brave and stunning.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna get their blood?
$1 million for winning that game, eh?
Wait, say it again.
Jim Harbaugh won $1 million for winning that game as a bonus.
Really? Wow.
That's good incentive, though. That'll make you cheat like a motherfucker.
The only full college football game I've ever watched was a Michigan game. So when I saw that they won, I was happy for them.
Sign stealing scandal. You're right. Sign stealing scandal was it? 11 hours ago, he addressed it. After they won.
Okay, so where are we at?
Once that check clears, we'll talk about all the stuff I did.
Happy birthday to Kate. Nova, I'm going to go to your channel. I want to watch this 18-second video. Root beer is caffeine free. It's how it's starting. They will never know my root beer is whiskey. Oh, I love this theory. All right, let's go. Chat, we'll promise you we're going to get into this Trump book. I have it sitting right here. It's not going to be like I promised you yesterday. All fancy and second
doing a little research last night and this morning for your book. Apparently, the Democrats hate that fucking book. They hate everything about that book. They hate that it's $95. They're like,
yeah, I hate that too.
There's videos on that all over YouTube of people hating that book, but they're all reading it.
Yeah, that's weird. Well,
I think I sent you some clips of Oprah, Obama, and maybe a couple others where they were talking about the letters that Trump published and how Trump asked Oprah to be his running mate before he decided to really run for an election. She's like, yeah, I would have done it, but not now. Like, oh, when did he become racist?
Difference now?
Yeah, she was totally loved him until, yeah.
So wait, back in when? Back in when did she, like the 80s or some shit? In the 90s?
90s, I think.
She said she would have ran with him?
Yeah, because remember he was on her show and she's like, Trump, will you ever run for president? He's like, no, I have no desire. You know, if it gets that bad, I will. And I think then they were talking to each other backstage or send each other letters. And he's like, if I do, would you be my running mate? She's like, yeah, I would. I think it's in your book. It should be in your book.
I'll get to that's probably we're doing the first 100 pages today, which is about I think 45 letters total.
Oh yeah, Oprah being the back of the
book.
Oprah
is no, there is a letter from Oprah. I don't know if there will be more than one, but I did see Oprah in the first 100 pages, so we will see that.
It's my fault.
Sorry, I saw you do this. I know something went over my head.
Went over your head. I said Oprah's going to be in the back of the book.
Oh, damn. Your racism went deep. I wonder who is last. I always think, though, to me, I'm like, the last person is very important because they couldn't not be. Like, this is the last spot. Whoever it is couldn't not be here, right? The first person as well.
The front's the filler. There may be one or two and the good ones in the front to keep you reading, but I think the rest, and it's the end ones that are like the ba ba ba.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about this. So today, Chad, if you hate this book, next Tuesday it'll get better.
Right.
Maybe. But we're gonna watch a couple videos first.
Short clips. Good morning, witchy bitch.
Good morning. The last letter is from Juliet. Okay, let's go. Tell me if this is too loud. I'm gonna just do it half. Tell me if this is loud enough, I guess.
And then we will go to locals probably about an hour or so from now and move on. So we'll see you in just a minute. I just have to pee a lot lately. Too much fucking caffeine.
What a
Like,
fucking
his wet
retard.
brain can't even process.
There's a lot. That's the best 18-second clip I've ever seen. There's so much happening right there. You drunk fuck. Okay. No.
It's
That's
fun. Just
wonderful.
do it
Okay.
again. It's funnier the second time too,
Okay.
because now you know what's coming. Because he didn't drink at all this whole day for 2
Mhm.
hours, I think, with Leo and Stitch. He didn't have a drink. He didn't have a monster. He didn't have anything hand to mouth. It's when that was over and he was getting ready to go to Rumble. He's like, yeah, this is when it happened.
And
All
then
that
we will go to
caffeine.
locals probably about an hour or so from now and move on. So we'll see you in just a minute. I just have to pee a lot lately. Too much fucking caffeine.
See that pause, that wet brain pause, too much, not alcohol.
Okay,
not
but
being
when he
stopped,
was drinking
caffeine,
nonstop,
that's
he
it.
didn't have to pee. He wasn't always peeing when he was drunk, was he?
No, because his liquor just absorbs into his fucking system. Like vitamins. Keeps him alive.
So then if it's liquor in here, then it would still be doing the same thing.
But his pregnant
Okay.
pause is the peeing a lot because his brain couldn't just grab why he was peeing a lot. He had to think of something.
Let me think. Because he's probably on a detox tea. You lie to us with your caffeine bullshit. What's in there? Soy milk?
You think that
For
man's
sure.
detoxing from anything?
Yeah, because he's trying to save his fucking life.
His sober January didn't last one day. It went from sober January to sober streams to we'll see how it goes.
What day is it? It's the 9th. He didn't do it.
And then he said, "Oh, what else did he say today or last night? Oh, he hasn't been sleeping. He was up all night. He couldn't sleep at all, which is weird for someone who has narcolepsy. When you're
Wait a
taking
minute, you're
pills and
right
stuff
about
to stay
that.
awake, and now he's saying I can't sleep because he's not having alcohol. His body's
This is
fucking
giving me anxiety for some
flag
reason.
syndrome, and your body's
Oh,
like,
man.
get up and go find the alcohol. So your brain is subconsciously telling him to get up and go find alcohol. Don't sleep. Go find that alcohol.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
probably what happens is maybe he's drinking because of anxiety, and so when he doesn't have the alcohol to, like, pacify him, his mind is doing all of the things that alcohol would shut down. So he's thinking, and he's having anxiety, and he's nervous, and stupid depression is here, and he's got fucking allergic to the cold, and he listens to this, all the things, right? Man, he's a dude, got a dick, all of the things. And so that's probably what it is. Alcohol probably helped him shut it down. Shut
I
it
don't know, 'cause
down. Imagine having to fucking like yourself again after you turned into this guy. You're like, I
oh
don't
my
want to
God.
fucking be friends with
See, that's
Waldo,
what's
man.
gonna make him more depressed, right? So when he
Yeah.
was depressed, he was drinking and depressed, and now he's gonna have to live with the fact that he ruined his life, his marriage, his self-respect, his
He
fucking
didn't.
kids'
He
respect
didn't.
for him.
Listen, he didn't. On the off chance that Nick Regatta listens to this, you haven't ruined anything. I mean, hold on. Is that true? Not anything? You ruined your credibility, but
Nick never lies. No, Nick never lies. He will never lie to you.
who told you that?
Alyssa Clips. Okay, this morning.
Oh, that's a good answer. Well, shit, a clip channel told you they never fuck up. Drinking all his ad viewer money away. I think he's just drinking away his anxiety. I mean, his plan B has a dick, y'all. That's a problem. I'd get depression over that.
I think the wife was plan B.
What? Who's A?
He kept pumping out kids so she'd stay pregnant so he wouldn't have to have sex with a vagina.
What?
I
You have to have sex with a vagina to get
I can stretch theories far.
Whoa. That was a lot. Okay. Oh my God, did you read Medicore post about the cursed
Maggie
what?
chain. That's a Sonichu Chris Chan medallion that's cursed, and once you touch it, your life is destroyed forever.
And that's it?
And that's
But
Nick.
is he
opening
touching it right
Nick didn't know
here?
who sent it to him. He has no idea who sent it to him. He just opened it. He's like, "Oh, this is fun. This is haha," and everyone's screaming, "No, it's the medallion! No!"
Is this really how the year started?
Yes.
Oh my Lanta, this is my favorite conspiracy. Thank you, Alyssa. How do I sub? I need another channel so I could sub to her again. That's hilarious. Man, you nerds really catch the nerdy shit. I would have never known that.
Just think
Okay,
if you put
chat.
chat and like get rid of the FBI for investigating and let chat do it and gave them the powers the FBI had, we could solve any crime in the world.
Yeah.
The weaponized autism is unmatchable.
Good morning, Miss Beautifully.
Good morning.
You're probably right. Okay, I got to see it now. I got to see the curse of it. Really fast though. They said on her community. Let's go here. We can see a little lore. Let me see this. What was that? Brigade lobby potentially criminal. Ugh. Sean's as cucked as the rest of them, y'all. News fucking flash. Is this it? Jim, I've recently been thinking about how do you say that? Maggie? Magi?
Magi, I think.
Magi-chan?
Remember, he's a into portals and dimensions and
Magi-chan?
I think so.
For those unfamiliar, this is the demon that inhabited, stalked Christian, and then began jumping host from one person to the next, spreading misery in its wake. So far, people have speculated it has gone from Christian to Ethan Ralph to Nick Fuentes to Nick Rekieta. After giving this some thought, I think that what we are dealing with here is something far greater than a demon. It is my belief that this entity is actually a tulpa. I don't know what that is, created by the internet itself, and because of the characteristics of how it was created, it is much more malevolent than a demon. What you first have to consider is that Christian is the most documented person on the internet who attracted the scorn and ridicule of people for well over a decade. Take a moment to imagine that much attention, that much concentrated negativity. The concept of a tulpa? Can somebody tell me if I'm screwing that up? Or thought form entity is that through religious concentration and ritual, a being can be manifested. Now apply that to Chris, watched by millions for years. People who took joy in his misery and laughed at his antics. That's not a complete sentence. Channels dedicated to documenting him, video after video, entire forums created to monitor him. All that concentration, all that derision, all that satisfaction in his suffering or wishing him ill. Just what sort of creature would be birthed by that, I wonder. In essence, through this realistic trolling of Chris and never-ending focus on him and his life and internet, or at least a sizable chunk of it, has birthed a Tolpic? Chat hasn't corrected me, so I'm going to go with the troll god. Probably a very cruel and mean one which is attracted to personalities of interest, which it can amplify in them negative outcomes. Let me read that again. One which is attracted to personalities of interest, which it can amplify in them negative outcomes. Take a look at the 4 names so far linked through the chain of possession and the outcomes that happened. Chris
Remember,
Chan,
Nick made fun of Chris Chan. Nick made fun of Jack Murphy. Nick's becoming Jack Murphy.
So it's Nick's fault that Farron was in our lives. It's his curse, and we got it on us. Right. Gross. Where's our apology? I demand an apology for that. All the Baldo, everything. Alyssa's a fucking genius. This is great.
She's awesome.
Go, girl. Okay, let's get to this. Chat, we're doing this. Good morning.
Oh wait, scroll down. There might be the I'll never lie to you. I think it's the Nick one. It's super short. Nick versus Nick. Try that one. It's a 1 minute one. Up higher.
Did I already miss it? This one?
Nick
1 minute.
Nick.
The one thing I will not ever do.
Why isn't his face moving? Why is this? What is this?
This is my
okay,
like this. I will never lie to you. It's not in who I am. For anybody out there who's like, I there was some talk I saw earlier about like me and Alyssa fighting or something. I don't know if Alyssa's fighting with me. I don't think so. But if she is, cool. I have no problem with Alyssa clips or any other clip channel.
Oh, Alyssa? I don't know if Alyssa's mad or not. I can't ever tell if Alyssa is actually mad or not. But she seems to have some disagreements with how I do my content.
Oh.
I don't know. People get to have their opinions on stuff.
The only person I'm mad at is Alyssa Cliff. That's it.
Oh.
Just kidding. What's up, Alyssa?
They have sucked the joy out of it and bullied my wife to get to me. That's Alyssa, by the way, and more than a few members of the Discord. Truly hideous fucking people. I would have helped any of these people in a heartbeat. Now, I hope they die.
Okay. This is AI, right?
Yes, that's not next.
Why?
What's that?
Why? I'm doing this so they have sucked the driver. This is something he said before?
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
get that.
when he's drunk.
So it starts with this, which we can't verify as anything. Gets to the I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. I do hate Alyssa. Just kidding. So he still hates no one. And we get to the end and it's a fake voice. This is always.
And he's like dry bagging Alyssa. Like, I don't think she's fighting with me. I just wish she would stop doing what she's doing, but I'm not going to ask her to stop doing what she's doing.
That done fucked up my vibe.
I think Nick tolerated her for so long because he didn't want to, because he thinks he may have been able to fuck her.
No way. Why do you always do that?
Same
no
as Mandy.
way.
Wait, you didn't watch Alyssa's whole thing yet?
I know. We'll get to. I mean, just chat. Tell me if you want to watch 12 minutes of Nick Regatta this year.
It's worth it.
Or if you'd rather get in.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
You'll giggle.
It's 20 minutes already.
It's 12. You'll giggle.
And
She'll
I get frustrated on dumb shit. Okay, let's. Is this it? Yes. Okay.
See, it started with the sonotube.
I'm interested again. I forgot about the curse. That video is annoying. That one we just saw, fucking
was an evil curse
and shot and taken off the internet forever. That's ridiculous waste of time. Let's go.
Sonotube medallion has been passed to me. I don't know where this came from.
When he put that on, chat,
I am being sued.
Don't put it on.
It's fucking Montegraph. Montegraph has always been into sucking little boy cock, which is weird.
This is the things people can do to you. If you guys don't know, I mean, I'm well over $40,000 into this lawsuit.
This is where that faggot on.
Do you think?
Wait, why was he doing that with the banana? But this is where that guy on the farms was like, "It's $40,000, and I'm going to stick with that forever."
Yes, yes.
And he just now said he's well over it.
Well over.
36 seconds. Send him this clip. He's only interested in a new clip. Send him this one.
That Montegraph sued me because I said, "Sue me, try it."
No, this all you want, and sue me if you want, you fucking faggot, child molesting fucking faggot.
Like, do you honestly think that is the Montegraph's like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm not going to sue Nick for anything. Oh, wait, he said to sue me. Now I'm going to do it. Any news on the lawsuit? No. There's no updates. Just waiting on a ruling. For whatever reason, our judge decided that this was not frivolous, even though it's clearly fucking frivolous.
I hate this trial. I hate everything about this. 3 weeks. I've wasted 3 fucking weeks of my life, Kurt. I'm sitting here and I'm like, why in goddamn hell am I watching this? You know what I could be doing, Kurt? You know what I could be doing? I could be sleeping. I could be eating. I could be cooking. I could be going out and doing chores. I could be spending time with my kids. I could be spending time with my wife. I'd be going to the cities and getting goddamn happy ending massages.
What?
I don't know.
See that little slip out?
Regatta followed a black prostitute from his area on Instagram.
You know what? Fuck you, chat. For the past 6 months, for the past 6 goddamn months, I've been talking about nothing but boring politics and law, like every fucking request. They're like, this is a law channel. This was never a law channel, but you guys fucking demanded it. And so I'm sitting here, I'm suffering through it. I fucking hate talking about this shit every single day. And they're like, don't talk about anything fun. Don't talk about anything. Just talk about my goddamn Trump and my guns. Oh my God, I just need to talk about Trump and guns more. You know what? Fuck you. I'm done talking about Trump and guns every
We're just getting started.
other than like, if that's not your thing, please never give me money and fucking
people give this guy
leave.
money.
There we go. He's in the
Hey,
kitchen.
not anymore,
Shittered
they
again.
don't.
Listen to this shit.
Oh my
His
gosh.
super chats are
Did you see
dried
the
fuck up.
abject fucking retard on Kiwi Farms? The dumbest motherfucker on the planet. It was the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. The person who posted that, I don't even know who posted that. You were the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. You're so goddamn stupid that it's hilarious. Like, you didn't see the obvious bit. You should probably go in and have the doctor check your autism. And when the doctor checks your autism, they shove their finger.
Nick Rekieta has been caught at a gay bar named Gay 90s hosting an underwear party and karaoke in Minneapolis as a birthday present from his wife.
About his gay bar
You're like, oh, are you going to go to a gay bar
again
and do an underwear party again like last year? If you fucking Negroes would understand how much I want to go to a gay bar and do an underwear party, I would 100% do it. But let me tell you the truth. The gay bar no longer does underwear parties. I can't do them.
You ever consider having a sugar daddy, Kyle?
Oh,
Get your money moves?
Grooming Kyle.
Just borrow some of Skylar's underwear and wear that.
You're
send him some
uncomfortable laugh
pictures.
and guys like,
You know, I'm good. I'm good.
unless you want to.
Whatever floats your boat, Nick.
I gotta say, you mentioned that I never reached out to you. I don't have any DMs either.
Well, I've never taken issue with you like that.
You call me on
Nick
a
does
two
the
live
high-pitched dog
I
tone
know.
on his head when he wants
Yeah,
to.
because you were talking about me, Nick. The fuck?
You might be renting access to 2 or 3 exclusive spaces. You know, I know because I did practice, and I read a bunch of fucking commercial leases
Remember,
and have
Nick's from the
negotiated way more of them than you. It matters what you say. If you say, give me $17 and I'll put a comic book on a pallet, you better answer yes when I ask you if it costs $17. If you say it costs $13, then you've exposed yourself to legal liability that you should not expose yourself to because it isn't fucking real. You're just too goddamn dumb to realize it. And so many people.
Halfway through this rant, Eric July's picture should have changed to Nick Rekieta's picture because he's fucking talking to himself.
Exactly. The irony.
Oh my Lanta.
Because of corrupt prosecutors have been prosecuted for them being fucking stupid. I think Eric thinks he's smart. I think he wants to explain why he's so good or whatever. Because I'm just a white bread ass that don't understand Padna means friend. I get it. I'm not white. Eric, you don't know fucking shit about me. I grew up around black people my entire life, man. I grew up in poverty in the fucking hood. I'm my vacation location. I didn't disclose my vacation location at all.
Rekieta had an Instagram
That's his
account.
Instagram. That's who
and
Nick
on it,
follows.
he was following
Nick followed
2
that
nice Jamaican men. And Rekieta was following them. Coincidentally, they both worked at Hedonism 2, a resort in Jamaica that he went to. He's just randomly sending this message to me at midnight in the shower. He says that he's in the shower. He's like, no, I'm just texting my bro at night in the shower.
This bothered Nick more than anything. Calling Nick an alcoholic didn't bother him as much as when Josh said he texted me from the shower.
Right. Because when you don't feel like you're the thing, like how could it bother you? But when it turns out he is really wanting to talk to his dudes friends in the shower naked, and he's like, no, wait, that's not a problem. Fuck you guys. Beautifully said, drunk Nick
so
is
bad
ruining.
that he has to ask other people that, like, you do it too, don't you? You must do it.
I know. We're halfway through this. We're almost there.
And how did that get twisted? Sean, tell me how it got fucking twisted. What is the narrative about why I talked to Josh? Tell me right now, because you know, I know you know. What is it? What do I want Josh to do? Well, tell me. You're on here bringing it up. Tell me right now.
I hate this version of Nick.
What do I want Josh to do? Tell me.
Nick.
Who does? Wait. Okay. Who does text people in the shower?
Oh no, he brings it up in real life.
One fact, he brings it up all
Why
the
didn't you
time.
just say that? Because
Every
we're
new
not
guest on
doing
the
it
show
today. I
has
want to
just in to ask.
I didn't take a hint.
We had breakfast with him yesterday.
felt like such a pussy.
guy?
Like he had a bourbon, and I was just so hungover. I
he
cracked a
felt like
beer.
fun.
The only thing I have within arm's reach. Hold on, I got.
That was the best thing I ever did. Was
The only
move
thing
my...
I have within arm's reach. I don't know what.
What is that?
The only thing I got within arm's reach.
Why did he take the bottles off the shelf to put fucking books there? He should just put the bottles back on the shelf.
Remember he wait. Remember he licks the
level, and he
bottles
licks these. Yeah,
because he doesn't want to get the floor sticky.
that's why he's
That's
worried
why.
about ants.
Because I said to him in a chat, I said, "Why don't you just get a napkin or a handkerchief or a coaster?" And he doesn't have time or the space for that.
I always thought it was because, like, if you look at Nick, you might think she's Jewish. I feel like there's a Jew in him trying to get out. I thought he was just trying to get every last drop. No offense.
Kurt thought he was Jewish for like 6 months.
Everyone did. He's like, it's just a fucking nose, you bigots. Oh, we didn't know.
This is getting flipped. Wiggled chin.
But that's all he's got on hand.
You know he's writing all these off.
He's
There's your bottle.
This
Familiar?
is probably really fucking good. Actually.
No, this is thing like
you.
When he
This
shoved it in
Evan
his ass.
Williams was like legit a fucking awesome glass.
Okay, here's what I need to do. I have to be up at. So my kid
He drives his kids around like this.
and he's like, we might get eliminated in the first round. If we do, we need to ride back home so we can go to prom. So I have to leave my house at 9 a.m. That's
3 hours or 2 hours.
4 hours.
You gotta go to bed.
So he's gonna go pick his kids up and that drunk in 4 hours.
Damn. That's sad.
There's a fucking hot tub here.
What?
That fucking heat hours, you must work for that Pro Vigil or something.
But the great thing is, it's also the substance that probably won't murder you unless you drive on it. Yeah, I don't tell you.
Like when you drive and pick up your kids when you're drunk?
Pick my kid up and think, hey, get your fucking clothes on, let's go. Normally, tomorrow I don't have shit.
But he's talking about his
Did
kid
you hear
driving
that?
at that
So you go
point.
with that.
Did you hear that?
What?
Normally I do, but tomorrow I don't have to do shit.
He's
So
talking about
normally-
making his kid drive there, though. He's like, get your clothes on, you gotta drive.
Because he's drunk so often.
That's fine. DDs are fine. That's what they're for. That's what children
Good
are.
outfit.
Yeah, he ends that sentence like a retard, though. He doesn't know what he's talking about in 30 seconds later. That was really hard to watch.
I'm telling you this
This
right
whole
now,
thing is-
Mandy. Show up to Anime Matsuri. I will 100%. I've changed my mind on this. Mandy.
Imagine you're his wife, and now you know that Nick fell in love not with a younger girl.
I gotta
with
prep
Nick,
Lady Rackets for this.
but with
I
a
gotta tell her.
man.
I gotta tell her before she's there. Which one? What is it? Are you gonna show up or are you gonna not? You better fucking buy a ticket.
He's begging her
Do you know Mandy?
to come to Anime Matsuri.
How can someone not know Mandy?
She has nice tits.
Mandy is
That she
so
does.
fucking gorgeous.
Would eat that ass.
Ugh.
Camelot
Mandy.
dating firm.
If
Still, though,
I was
Camelot is
single-
probably still into that, even though it's a
If
game.
I were
Yeah.
single,
No doubt.
Mandy, you would never be single again.
I got way out of hand, and I said some shit that was beyond the line.
Nick should just
Involving
make this
a couple
short
different
and just
people,
release it every 2 weeks.
That type of shit can't happen.
Identity of Mandy is a guy named Daniel Paul Harris out of Tejas. All kinds of stuff matches up. And the reason why we figured
Oh, he could fucking figure that out, but he couldn't figure out that Farron did have DUIs. Genius cucked lawyer in front of you, y'all.
that out on the farms is because
Well, the farms
Joe
figured
had
it
Mandy call in. He accidentally had Mandy's number on the screen. And tracing the number goes back to a guy named Daniel, and there's enough.
A dude in Australia and a retard boomer in California figured out the DUI thing. It wasn't as difficult as figuring out how to get on the farms to figure out. He's just a cuck chasing faggot. Cuck chasing?
Tracing
Yeah.
back through Daniel's history, he may have known a woman named Mandy Caravicious. back when he lived in Louisiana. So yeah, that's.
I think the rest might be.
Yeah, the dude was digitally
Him singing the
skinwalking
Mandy.
this woman for like 20 years almost.
Oh, that just shows Nick's record for winning local of the year and how
You
big a
came and you teased with.
Sparky in chat here said, he said, did you tell Nobo what I'm doing? He is currently training the AI on Nick's voice so that it could sing this song.
Oh, wow.
For the world.
I don't know what
else
the
we-
bonus track on the Christmas album.
I guess. If I do a fancy comb over, they won't notice I'm fat. Is that
Oh,
Sean?
yeah,
And
Nick
his other thing is wear a black shirt.
I think I clipped it, or I might have put it as a short. Nick has
Well,
a balding spot on the top that's forming, and his comb over isn't hiding it anymore.
Nick does?
I think I don't know if I made it a short yet, but I definitely clipped it.
Well, his friend is going bald here, so it'll just meet in the middle. He'll have that homie to clown shit going on. And really, homie to clown is fucking perfect for this idiot.
Exactly.
That's what he should go with.
The picture. Now fucking go to bed, oh Mandy.
I heard Mandy is a man, so I guess no, right? I mean, I'm not into it.
I know.
34% out of all the locales. Like Cyrax only got 2%. Keffel's only got 7%. Nick Rekieta won this like Trump's going to win the next election. Like, it's crazy.
Wow. Ugh.
Remember the video I made? That was Nick's the first day. This was the day that it all started. That's the same picture.
Yep, I'm going to piss off some Jannies. I don't know what's a Janny. You and your lingo.
Jannies are like local awards.
Oh, okay.
Medicare. Is it Medicare that gives them out? I think.
That makes sense. He's a medical guy. All right.
I am so excited. Medicare's going to do a Rekieta video. This is going to be awesome. Because he makes them like 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how much content there is.
There's a lot of Nick content. That gave me anxiety.
That's all the Nick you have to endure today.
Okay, now we're going to read this book. That was a lot. And Amit said, I want my 12 minutes back. So do I. We're 37 minutes into this. This makes this one of those unclickable videos where the thumbnail is not what you're going to get when you come here. You're going to get some weird shit and you're never going to stay for the first 45 letters of this book. Letters to Trump. The thing is, I had it all set up in here. I have a whole station to have this book open. I used this camera and you couldn't read the words. You couldn't see anything. And so I'm like, what do I do? So I tried to put my phone and do that thing, right? Like we're talking about, just add it as another person. Guess what? There's like a 5-second lag. It's the strangest shit. I was doing it yesterday. I'm like, how in the world is this possible that there's that much lag? And I guess it's because I'm on Wi-Fi and in this room, my service isn't that great.
Oh, yes.
For the phone or something. I don't know. So that wasn't going to work. So last night before I went to sleep, I went through the first 100 pages. And what? Did you just have a thought?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if you could like pre-record the video and then you could just play the video on your screen and flick through the pages on the video.
Oh my gosh, that's a good idea. See? We worked out one of the King stories. That's a really good idea for the next 100 pages. We'll see how this goes. So what I did for this one was I went through the book last night and I took the photos of the letters themselves because those are what's interesting. Let me show you. Like this is the first letter. This is just his little start to the book. And if that is the most worst thing you've ever experienced, next week we'll try the thing you just said where I'll record me flipping through the pages and we'll just pause it and read it if we can or something.
Yeah.
That way you'll be able to see the pictures are basically, as a matter of fact, most of them say like Getty image or Getty image. Most of them are like stock photos, Getty image of Trump through the years with these people that are in the picture. They're not If the picture is great, I'd probably show it. Some of them are good. Like there's one of them shaking Reagan's hand. That's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
But we're not going to see that.
Is there one of him shaking North Korea's hand?
Probably. That's not in the first 100 pages.
Yeah, I was just guessing.
So thankfully, I would assume that it's going to be like one of the double pages, and in the middle they're shaking hands or some shit. That would be how I would do it. Hopefully, yeah. So next week, when I flip through the pages, I really hope that that happens. This week, it's not going to happen. So
I like the noise of the pages flipping too. Like I've tried Kindles, and I hate those fucking like it's the exact same words, but I don't like the page turn. I want to hear that physical page turn over. I want to smell the paper go by my face when I turn it.
That's funny. Let me smell this. Did I even? Yeah, totes. It smells like a library in this. Okay, so I'm going to. This is how it starts. This letter here from Trump to y'all. This book was inspired by the tremendous success we had in writing Our Journey Together, which I might be able to find. I found PDFs of a shitload of Trump books, a collection of memorable photographs from the early years of my presidency, and why not? It was a very glamorous and productive period. We were respected all over the world, had the greatest economy in history twice, and lots of positive things were happening. Prior to my time in the White House, I had 2 excellent executive assistants. They had a fabulous system of saving letters, especially what they considered to be important ones. Over the years, these letters increased, and now I have thousands of them, all saved, all in very good condition. The concept of creating a book of letters with photos and strong statements about individuals the world wants to hear about immediately caught both my eye and my mind. Hence, we have a book with many fabulous figures, some of whom are no longer with us. I hope you will find it very interesting to read with these personal and historic letters. I wish everyone well. And there's just a picture of him standing at the podium in the White House in front of probably Washington, but you can't see that dude's face.
We should keep a count on how many of these people were liked Trump and supported him, and then how many turned their back and stabbed him in the back after.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a high count.
Obama for sure did. Obama was stabbed him before he put the spine on him. And then was being nice to his face.
He tapped his wires.
Yeah.
All right, the first letter is this.
87. Wow.
Richard Nixon, December 21st, the winter solstice, 1987. Dear Donald, I did not see the program, but Mrs. Nixon told me that you were great on the Donahue Show. As you can imagine, she's an expert on politics, and she predicts that whenever you decide to run for president, you will be a winner. With warm regards, sincerely.
That was back in 87, predicted
Dick. Probably says Dick right there. Mr. Trump. It says, there's also a blurb about the letter. So in this one, it says, Richard Nixon was a very smart guy whom I got to know primarily in his later years after he was forced from the White House. Many people don't know just how smart he was. He went to a small college, yet was considered brilliant by most. He could have gone to school anywhere, but did not have the finances to do so. His problem was intensity. He was intense beyond recognition. His anger was unparalleled and got him in trouble. His biggest mistake was that he didn't fight when Barry Goldwater and a group of senators and congressmen came to him on that very dark and dreary evening in the White House and said, quote, Mr. President, you have no votes. You've got to resign immediately, end quote. He resigned. It was the regret of his life that he didn't fight back, and very much unlike the man I knew. Cool. Did you know that Reagan or Nixon? Huh?
That was kind of prophetic for what Trump's going through now.
Right. Like, these are the things that are in his mind when he's doing his presidential shit. Like, you know what? I need to fight back because I know a guy who was here and who didn't. Yeah. Next letter.
Was Nixon? No, it was Reagan that was the actor. It wasn't Nixon.
Right.
Yes.
June 25th, 1984. Mario Cuomo, governor. Dear Donald, thank you for your recommendation on the Buffalo Sports Stadium. We certainly appreciate your coming forward and donating both time and energy to the public service. It is your kind of spirit that reassures me that New York has a bright future indeed. Sincerely, Mario. He was the governor. I guess New York says Governor Mario Cuomo. Yeah, I think so. I was a big supporter of Mario Cuomo and never asked him for anything. But then, long after he left office, I did ask him for a favor, something very easy for him to have done, and he turned me down. I was furious with him and never spoke to him again. This would have been a positive event, nothing bad or daring, but I felt him to be extremely disloyal. Oh shit. That's what he had
All
to
them
say about him.
All them Fredos are. That whole family's a family of Fredos.
That's all he had to say about that. I was a supporter. I never asked him for anything. After a while, I asked him for something tiny. He didn't give it to me. Fuck this dude.
Yep.
That's New York.
That's Trump
All
lets
right.
everybody else know that like father, like son. So
Next, Roy M. Cohen, K-C-O-H-N. It says, Dear Donald, winning the case was much more than a legal landmark than any lawyer would treasure, as I do. It represents another high point in the 15 years of excitement and challenge that have marked my representation of you. Without your infectious enthusiasm and constant prodding, the victory would not have been possible. You proved that even in this day and age, you can fight City Hall and win. I don't imagine that there are two people around who are thought of as tougher than the two of us. And we both know that in a personal relationship, and we both know that in personal relationship, that is not accurate. This is my way of saying how very much I appreciate your letter to me, which is being framed alongside the picture of us. May there be many more. Roy Cohen. I wish Roy was around now to represent me. Roy was a great lawyer. He knew everyone, but was also very controversial. I didn't mind that, but many people did. If you were represented by Roy Cohen, when you went out to dinner, other people would often be furious. I remember one time when those who were with me left the table and never came back, which was okay by me. If Roy liked and respected you, he was one of the greatest lawyers ever. If he didn't, it almost seemed to me that he wanted to lose the case. But one thing with Roy, when he wanted to win, it was hard to stop him. There were very few like him.
Nice.
Next. Forbes magazine, it says at the top. Make this bigger. There you go. Something like this. July 31st, 1984.
Old
Dear
typewriter.
Donald. Yeah. Well, yeah. Of course.
Did you ever use one?
Yeah. I learned how they called it keyboarding back in the day because we learned on typewriters. But yeah.
They're what do you call it? Not hypnotic, but once you get into a flow with a typewriter, it's like meditating like or something. The pounding of the keys.
My dog needs to get out. Hold on one second.
Do the doggy. What do you think of Locale of the Year, chat? Quite the award, quite the achievement. Yeah, exactly. First shot. She hates it. She hates doing it. It works though. It works. Yeah, Ralph, 2%, Sparky. Isn't that crazy? Ethan Ralph almost got no votes for Locale of the Year. He sobered up and people were like, hey, he stopped drinking. That's all we were kind of, so, he's an asshole, but we can't make him change his personality, but we can make him change his fucking drug habit. And he did. And now Ricada picked up the Sonichu and he's on the Ethan Ralph fucking downward spiral. But sober-ish January, so means February, he's going to be back twice as hard. Because no matter what, however January goes, he's not going to be sober in February because that's Valentine's Day. They're going to have to go out and have their dinners and have their parties and drinks. And that's when she's giving them the divorce papers. That's my bet. February is divorce paper month. Because it makes too much sense. Think about it. Even if they still want to stay together, if they got divorced, she could take the entire bank account away from Nick. So when Monty wins his lawsuit, Monty can't take all that money. So that was my bet. And his Rumble contract is up the end of this month, I think, or February. When is his Rumble contract up or being renegotiated? I bet you that's going to be a major fucking cutback in funding. Watch it be view based. That would really fuck him. And besparaging Rumble and saying that Rumble, he can make more money on Twitch than he can Rumble, probably is going to help him in negotiations.
It's so cold. I'm sorry I had to leave you like that.
No worries. We just talked about the locale, how Ethan's sober, Nick's not, because Nick touched the Sonichu medallion and he became Ethan Ralph. Because Ethan was married, he got divorced because of his alcoholism.
Oh no, is that true? He was married before he
to a girl named
became
Nora.
a local.
I think was her name. I think she was in like India or some third world. I think. Don't quote me, but yeah.
Okay, let's get back into this. This is Malcolm Forbes. He's a weird looking guy. He actually looks like that Cohen guy. They all sort of look the same. This one's a. Did I read this?
Not yet.
No. I did?
No, not yet. I don't think he did.
Okay. Of
He
course.
did Cohen.
Dear Donald, 1984. Dear Donald, of course, anything that so joltingly reminds us of the wee balance by which we all hang is disconcerting. In the case of my recent separation from my motorcycle, one happy result has been to truly enjoy such thoughtfulness as yours. I have to share one note received. Our son, quote, our son was also injured 6 years ago, hit by a car. He hardly got any calls or cards and was upset by that. So I try to make others feel someone cares, end quote.
Aww.
From now on, thanks to you, this sinner pile mission shall make a similar resolve. We all learn the hard way that such expressions of caring do lift the spirits. Many thanks. Warmest best, Malcolm Forbes. Oh, that's
It's
sweet.
True. Right?
Yeah, it says, this is what Trump said about it. Malcolm Forbes always treated me really well. He often invited me on his yacht to cruise up to West Point along with other friends. He was a very gregarious person who managed Forbes magazine well. But that was a much easier business back then. Magazines had a lot of money, whereas today, very tough. Malcolm was very proud of his family and had great confidence in Steve, who also did a fantastic job with Forbes. When I married Melania, Steve presented me with his father's motorcycle as a wedding gift, which I still have and one day will put on display.
Wow.
I love this book.
You're giving your dad's motorcycle away to Trump? You can't be that bad of a fucking asshole.
Yeah, you can. Assholes get good gifts too. That's really cool. This must be Mr. Forbes here. Let me show you this. So this is why I wish you guys could see the pictures. Because some of them are super dope. Oh, you can't see it, huh?
No,
it's a younger Trump with the older dude. Yeah. I'll do better next time, I promise. I promise, chat. I almost called chat Trump. I promise, Trump. Sorry, Daddy. Good morning, inappropriately said. You've missed nothing. It took us 30 minutes to get here.
See? She would have missed
Do
half
not rewatch. Don't watch the beginning. The beginning is trash. It's Nick Recato stuff. Next thing's next. A letter from... Is this it? The White House. Ronald Reagan. Yes. Should I make that bigger or is it all right?
No, it's good. I can read it.
I want it to be perfect. Okay. April 19, 1985. Dear Mr. Trump, 3 years ago, I announced the formation of the President's International Youth Exchange Initiative, a joint effort of the private and public sectors to promote mutual understanding among our young people and the young people of our closest allies, the UK, the Federal Republic of Germany, Japan, France, and Canada, and Italy. The original trial effort has since been expanded and now includes 30 countries worldwide. The President's Council has been instrumental in promoting the initiative. I would like to extend my personal thanks to you for your generosity in supporting this worldwide program. The $4 million pledged by members of the President's Council have permitted over 12,000 young people to benefit from an international experience. Given these young people the opportunity to visit a foreign country and live with the host family is one of the most effective ways to build bridges of understanding among future generations. Thank you for all you have done for the initiative over the past 3 years. Sincerely, Ronald Reagan. This is the president shaking hands with Reagan.
Yeah, 2 TV stars, 2 presidents. It's like Inception.
It says, this is what Trump said about it. It says, I met President Ronald Reagan at the White House. I was doing well in real estate, and they invited some people to the White House. I was one of them. I also thought he had a great style, look, and delivery. He was a cue card man. He would take a card out of his pocket and really perform well. He was also a very talented reader of teleprompters, something which very few people are. But he represented our country well, and people were proud to call him our president. What a weird thing to say.
I wonder if that's why Trump doesn't use teleprompters, because he can't read them and flow as well as he wants.
He uses them to stay on track, but he definitely stays off. And maybe that's why he said that. Very talented at teleprompter, something which few people are. Oh, maybe he is, because you don't think he even uses them. He clearly uses them. He just goes off on his own shit. Maybe he's really good at using them. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Never tried it. I have tried to read something that I wrote back to the camera while doing other shit, and it's ridiculous. I'm not good at it. I'm like this 3 years ago, and it's my words. Like I literally just wrote them out as I was flow conscious, and then I go to say them again, and it's bad. Next letter. This is Richard Nixon. Dear Donald, this is just a note to express my congratulations and deep appreciation for your very generous contribution to the Vietnam Day celebration. It is indeed gratifying to note that after 10 long years, the American people appreciate the sacrifice of those who served the nation in a long and difficult war. Back in 1970, John Lindsay was quoted as saying, "Our best young men went to Canada." I responded in my book, No More Vietnams, by observing that, quote, "Our best young men went to Vietnam. Our contribution helped bring that message home." No, your contribution helped bring that message home. With warm regards, sincerely, Dick.
Yeah, all the cowards that were scared to fight fled to Canada so they wouldn't have to be drafted. Pussies.
John Lindsay was quoted saying, "Our best young men went to Canada." I responded, "Our best young men went to Vietnam." Yeah. Here's another. The next note here is also, he doesn't say anything between these two notes. Oh, the note is to launch. To Nixon from Trump. 1985, May 23. Dear President Nixon, many thanks for your heartwarming letter on May 10. I must confess, while I have always had great sympathy for the Vietnam veterans and their plight, I truly felt the impact of the moment when I marched in the parade. Because of my extraordinary respect and admiration for you and your accomplishments, your letter was all the more meaningful. You did a great service to this country when you extricated us from the war in Vietnam. Thank you again, and please give my warmest wishes to Ms. Nixon and Tricia. Sincerely, Donald Trump. We lost Nova. Okay. He's not really here. He must be getting his delivery from that man who has a cunt for a wife. That was super awesome. I love that. I like to see both of their letters, May 10th, 85 and May 23rd, 85. People do not correspond like this anymore, in my experience. I don't know.
I think that's why people are so, I don't know what's the word, assholes, because they don't put thought into what they say. They just say it. Like when you were writing a letter, you had time to think. There was no pressure. There was nothing to rush about.
We still don't have
an afternoon to write your letter or something. Like I write my grandmother. We still do the old school letters back and forth.
Hmm.
She emails me all the time, but we still let her in between just because she likes to get shit in the mail.
That's funny. Next is another thing from Roy Cohen, the attorney. This is handwritten July 14, 1985. Dear Donald, the Trump family are very near and dear to me, and in a selfish and ungrateful world, my friendship with them has been a standout. I particularly admire not only the guts and brilliance, but the steadfast loyalty to family and friends that you have never forsaken. I received your message. Hopefully, this sleazy move will quickly pass without future difficulty to my friends. You, as the closest of them, are there. You always are. I enjoyed the climb up the ladder by you. The only problem is where left to go. Thank you, and God bless. That's a weird written letter.
People used to like to drink when they would write letters back in the day. That's why people had all these desks. Because you had your drinks on your desk and you'd write your letters to people and they'd send them all out in the morning.
It is nice to see the handwriting, though. And look, there's a dude there. There's a dude in the picture. Lady Justice is a dude in his world.
They don't even teach kids cursive writing anymore.
Is that true?
In Canada, or no, in my province anyway, they don't teach cursive writing anymore.
Next is Bob Hope. Mr. Donald Trump. Dear Donald, sorry we didn't get to see your new pad down in Palm Beach in January, but we're going to be there on February 21st, and Dolores and I would love to take a peek at it. We're going to be staying with Bunny DuPont on a dear friend we always stay with, but we'd love to go over there and see this $12 million home that you claim is only worth $7 million. Anyways, if you are not going to be there, just forget it this time, and maybe we can come visit sometime when you are there. Regards, Bob. That's hilarious. Bro, Bob, you calling him out. This is going to fuck up his project.
Hey, he did it before. He's doing it again. Look.
Damn, Bob from the grave. Bob Hope was a true character. This is what Trump said about Bob. Bob Hope was a true character, one of the most amiable people I've ever met, yet solid as can be. People don't realize that Bob was a great investor. He died a very rich man. With all of the money he made, he would immediately invest it in great Southern California real estate and other wise choices. He probably had a portfolio that never had a bad year. He was unique, fun, had a wonderful wife in Dolores, and truly loved playing golf, at which he was surprisingly very good. Oh my God, that's such a sweet thing to have said about you. This nerdy freaking real estate dork was like, his portfolio never lost. Right. Fucking nerd talk, but that's really sweet to say. He was surprisingly very good. This is like a eulogy a little bit.
Yeah. Before
this
he died.
Is weird. No, he did. Like to Bob.
Yes.
This one is, Dear Don, this is from who? Archbishop of New York. January 12th, 1987. This guy looks weird. Ron. Dear Donald, having just returned from my pastoral trip to the Holy Land and to Rome, I am trying to catch up on some correspondence. I want to send you my sincere thanks to you and to Ivanka for your gift of $1,000 to the Cardinals Fund for Children. As you know, we have a great need in the city of New York for a value-centered childcare. Your very generous contribution will help us to fulfill what I believe is our God-given mission. I hope that your holidays were happy. It was a joy to see you at the cathedral for Christmas. Be assured of my prayers for a happy and healthy New Year. Faithfully yours in Christ, Archbishop of New York. Please get here for dinner soon. We can discuss the Landmark Commission, I think. $1,000 in 1987 was a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like 10 grand a day.
Next word. Edward Kennedy. February 24th, 1987. Dear Mr. Trump, Dear Donald, I had hoped to get this note to you sooner, but it was delayed by our Senate office move and our most recent Washington blizzard. However, I didn't want to let another day pass without writing to thank you for your generous and warm hospitality to Teddy and me. I only wish we could have viewed with you the extraordinary victory parade you organized for the America's Cup victors. Both Teddy and I are grateful for the time you spent with us, Donald, and we both send you our regards. Sincerely. Hope to see you in... What's that say?
Hope to see you again in
Florida
and
Saturn. They're going to space. No. Let me see what it says. Hope to see you again in Florida and Satan. No, it probably doesn't say that. All right, let's read it again. Okay, this is what he said about Senator Edward Kennedy. I got to know Ted Kennedy very well because of our relationship to Palm Beach, Florida. I helped him with something important and confidential to him and his family. My assistance made a big difference, and he never forgot it. While we were very different in terms of policy and our views on the country, we in many ways had things in common. But primarily, we enjoyed being with each other and learning what the other side thought. He was intelligent, he was sharp, and he did a very good job for the people of Massachusetts. I like that. You think that's cool? We didn't get along, we didn't agree, but it didn't matter because it's fine to hear what other people think.
Change page.
Oh, I didn't change the page? No, I'm still looking at what he said about Senator Kennedy.
Oh.
The next page is this. Andrew Lloyd Webber, 20th of November. I wanted to see chat. Did you say Daramuth was here? Good morning, Daramuth. Good to see you.
Look at that fucked up signature. That's a psycho signature.
is it? Dear Donald, a short note to thank you very much indeed for the magnum of champagne you so kindly sent me a few days ago. A most welcome gift to greet me in my arrival back to New York. I should be very pleased if you and your wife would join me as my guest at the opening of the Phantom of the Opera at the Majestic Theater on January 26th, and shall look forward to hearing what you will be able to attend. With very best wishes, yours sincerely, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
What is a magnum?
A big ass fucking bottle. You want me to show you? A magnum is big.
Technically-
I think there might be one bigger than that. Let me look. It's just the size, if that's the question. Magnum. It has a big condom on it. Magnum of champagne. Does it say? I don't know. Nothing special about it. It's just the size. This guy, this is what Trump said, though, about Andrew Lloyd Webber. Says, both Andrew Lloyd Webber no, why did I say both? Oh, okay. Andrew Lloyd Webber lived in Trump Tower for a long time while he was married to Sarah Brigham. I like them both very much, but Sarah had a proclivity for having open windows, and Trump Tower is an all-glass building. The window washers would go up and down the tower on a monthly basis, blasting the sides with soap and water to keep it nice and clean. Sarah's window was always open, and we always blast the hell out of that apartment. Andrew always took it well, Sarah less so. But he is great, and looking at this letter, it was such an honor to go to opening night for the Phantom of the Opera, because it turned out to be one of my all-time favorites. The writing and music is that of genius.
I saw that.
And that's hilarious.
I saw Phantom of the Opera in Toronto.
You did? That's really cool.
That and what was the other one? Tommy.
Never met him.
Do you see Lloyd Webber in there anywhere? Lloyd, the middle part says Lloyd.
I see what? That's a W-E-B.
Do you see Lloyd?
Or Andrew. Nope. Andrew So Webber is what it says.
Lloyd.
Whatever.
Somehow that's Lloyd.
Next, Gene MacArthur, December 3rd, 1987. Dear Donald, please excuse my typed note. Unfortunately, I developed one of those virus bugs that are going around, and it's left me quite weak. I can't begin to tell you how deeply I appreciate the lovely autograph in your book. This touched me so very much, and in time, I will send your book to be placed in my husband's library at the foundation in Virginia. Take care of yourself and dear Ivanka, and I look forward to seeing you both during the holidays. May 1988, bring all the blessings you so deserve. Love to you all, Gene. Gene MacArthur. I was always a big fan of General Douglas MacArthur, and because of the New York scene, got to know his wife Jean quite well in the later years. She loved and respected her husband, and more than anything else, she admired what he had accomplished. People don't realize he was a great intellect who finished #1 in his class at West Point and was supposedly the best student ever in the history of the school. Jean was a fine lady who carried on his legacy for years after his death. That's sweet.
Yeah, wasn't MacArthur like a war hero or something too?
He's a general, so I don't know.
I think the Philippines have like cities or towns and stuff named after him. Because he ran.
There's MacArthur Boulevard.
I'm guessing. I'm making that up, but it could be true.
Hey, make it nobody knows. Next, the White House, Washington, June 8th, 1988. Dear Donald, Nancy and I are delighted to send our heartfelt congratulations on your birthday. May the sun shine on your celebration and may all your wishes come true. Our thoughts and warm wishes will be with you for your special day and always. Happy birthday. May God bless and keep you for many more. This might be just a form letter. They might have sent everyone one of these, Donald. You might have requested this, Donald. There's just a picture of Reagan, another picture of Reagan in a cowboy hat. Next letter. Another Reagan. February 23rd, 1988. Dear Mr. Trump, Dwayne Andreas and Jack Myers have told me of your commendable role in supporting the foundation for the commemoration of the United States Constitution. It's a mouthful. I want you to know that by serving on the foundation's executive council, you do more than lend added importance to our cause. Because of your leadership position in the private sector, you have the opportunity to influence the fundamental understanding of and regard for the document that guides, protects, and preserves our nation. I can think of few more important goals in assuring that all Americans, especially young people, learn that principles the principles and values of our Constitution, its vulnerability if not safeguarded, its durability if maintained. Please accept my heartfelt thanks and my encouragement for setting an example and performing a service that will benefit the country for generations to come. Sincerely, Ronald Reagan.
How wild is
Yeah.
it? He just writes back and forth with different presidents, all like way before he was like a presidential person. Like in
The money gets you anywhere. Give them enough money, you get a letter from the president. You get invited to dinner if you build enough tall buildings. Damn,
Well,
it's easy.
you don't want to invite poor people to your fucking baby shower. You got to invite the rich people to your baby showers.
In the middle of here is the Sistine Chapel. Or wait, this is not that. This is the Capitol or State Building. This is something that's drawn in Washington.
Oh, the
I'm
rotunda.
Sure. See this?
Is that the rotunda?
Does it say? Courtesy of Douglas Coulter is what it says. Yeah, it's the.
I've never been inside it, but I think like I don't know if it's the White House or it could be a church where we just have paintings on the ceiling.
I don't.
It looks.
think it's the White House. Where do they intern the bodies when they die? It's there. The state. What? Who's in chat? Somebody's gotta know this.
I don't know.
Gotcha. Look out for an email soon. Oh, that's Nova. Oh, Nova, you're gonna get interviewed, Nova. It's your big break, Nova. Okay, I don't know what that was, but I'm sure y'all do because she's smart. Next, Kirk Douglas. Dear Donald, being with you, things happen often and fast. I enjoyed it, and I really thank you for your hospitality and your wonderful cooperation. You and your wife are delightful people. I look forward to seeing you again. By the way, my son Michael won the Golden Globes Award for Best Performance in Wall Street. He is now on his way to Tokyo. Maybe one of these days soon, we'll all get together for an evening. Thanks again. All my best, Kirk.
I think that picture, I'm just looking it up here. I think it's the Capitol Dome.
Oh, this is the Capitol building? It's weird. There's even a rainbow. Oh my god.
Was that added in later?
No, that's God's promise. They done stole it. Okay, well, this is what Trump said about Kirk Douglas. He says, Kirk was a true Hollywood movie star and a good friend. He loved his family very much, including Michael, whom he respected greatly as an actor and loved as a son. He had a rugged and distinguished look. There were a few male stars like him, a true legend. There's a picture of them together. You can't really see Trump. They're just chilling. They're probably at like a basketball game or some shit. Can't tell. I don't know. There's a woman there, and
Kurt.
Those are little seats. I think they're at a basketball game. Next is Leona Helmsley.
That name sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
She's a real estate lady. She designed this building, and she also did the Empire State Building. Let's see. It probably says it here. Leona Helmsley. Oh, there's just a picture of her. Oh no, at the bottom she wrote a letter.
Her face looks like the Joker from Batman in the 80s.
She's probably like 70 or 80 here, some nonsense. She probably looks wonderful. Anyway, Leona Helmsley was an icon in New York City. I was one of the only individuals who stood by Leona during her legal battles. She appreciated loyalty. I thought people were disloyal in New York real estate, but little did I know how much worse it was in Washington, D.C. Perhaps one of the only bipartisan traits is disloyalty. She wrote me saying, Dear Donald, so many friends and acquaintances fade into the shadows during difficult times, but the sincere ones are always there to lend their support. Thank you for being amongst the latter. My very best to you, Leona. Not only is she a woman, but she does what he does, and they have respect for each other.
Right.
That don't fit the narrative, Leona. You're going to need to stop. Her name is dope. She has a powerful sounding name.
Yeah, I instantly recognized it when I heard it. I just didn't know why.
Next.
That building almost looks like a watch. Like a lady's watch. Turned into a building.
Yeah. That's really cool. The way that they did I just don't understand I'll never understand. Like, some people love buildings. They just take pictures of them, and
Well,
I don't get
the
it.
old ones, yeah, because there was thought and detail and hidden things in them, and yeah. Like when I lived in Scotland, you could look at a building and see different things all the time in it.
I like to see like old architecture compared to like what we do now. Like even just San Francisco, it's so nice to just wander around and see it. But as far as this, like, I don't know. Nothing
Man,
about
you got to
this
think
intrigues
back
me.
when that. I think that was that a gold-plated tower?
What? I don't know. You don't say that.
No.
Is that the Helmsley building? Because she did the Helmsley building and the Empire State Building.
Yeah, I think that's the Helmsley
something named
building.
after her. Nova, I have taken note of your email and will reach out to you later this year to invite you as a guest on my podcast. Aw.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, next guy or next person. June 22nd, 1988. This is Harry Kissinger. Dear Don, many thanks for your extraordinary courtesies in Atlantic City. I enjoyed the chance to talk with you. That was a little dude. Trump said this.
Why even write the note?
Well, because he wanted to say this, I guess. Harry Kissinger was probably very disloyal to Richard Nixon, but we'll never know exactly what happened. He was smart like a fox, cunning as could be, and had friends on every side of the equation. But you never really understood or knew where he was coming from. One thing I'll say for Harry Kissinger, everybody respected him, whether you liked him or not. And as good as he was and as intelligent as he was, I don't know whether I'd like to have him in the foxhole with me.
No, he's
a Trump?
dirty snake. Keep him away.
Is he? He's a little dude. You can't really look at this. Can you see how little he is?
He's he does a lot of the backdoor stuff. They think he has like
gay too. I wouldn't even have guessed that part. Oh my gosh.
Well,
speaking of
you're
the gay,
that short, you can't get a woman, so you go gay by choice.
this guy is Henry Kissinger. He probably has a lot of bitches. You just gotta grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, not that wanted him. He probably just took him, Weinstein
Ugh.
style.
Little rolls.
I think he's on the Epstein list, possibly.
Trump and Kissinger.
Kissinger.
Trump's there too. Trump was on the plane.
I don't like Trump.
Trump's out. Okay, next. Mario Cuomo again. Dear Donald, thank you for lending your support to the new race relations campaign in the United States of New York. Your attention and attendance at the kickoff press conference on July 14 will illustrate that the leadership of New York State is dedicated to improving racial harmony. The United States of New York is a statewide, multifaceted race relations awareness and educational campaign. The campaign will begin with the distribution of advertising materials for television, radio, and newspaper. The public awareness effort will be augmented by a series of programs designed to foster racial harmony. This statewide effort will include the creation of a new crisis prevention unit and a toll-free telephone hotline. By calling the hotline, New Yorkers will reach trained volunteers who will be put callers in contact with officials of the State Division of Human Rights to obtain guidance and materials for development of community awareness campaigns or to get assistance in defusing local racial tensions. 1988, y'all. I look forward to seeing you at the press conference at 1 p.m. on the 57th floor of the Second World Trade Center. World Trade Center. Thank you for joining me and the leaders from industry, labor, and entertainment fields, sports, civic, and religious communities to support and direct the statewide race relations effort. I don't know why. I don't know why, but this is a picture he chose here to go along. There's no like a blurb about Cuomo. He's already told us, but in this one, he's like, "That's me,
just America
in black. I fight for the race. I fight for the colors in the shadows."
No, that's his blackface. That's what
his
the Democrats
blackface,
call it. Look, he's doing blackface.
I see it too, Dems. I see it. Holy shit, he's copying me. Look at my background.
See?
Am I doing blackface? Okay. Next. President George H.W. Bush, October 5, 1988, still in the 80s. A lot of people were reaching out to
And
this.
Trump was a Democrat back then, too.
That's why they liked him. Dear Donald, you have Barbara's and my deepest appreciation for the significant contribution that you recently made to join Team 100. Your very generous support will ensure that our GOP candidates are well funded in the final weeks before Election Day. Grand old party GOP. Isn't that Republican?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're idiots. Words cannot express our gratitude and our sincerest thank you for all that you have done. With friends like you, I know that we will win. We do not need enemies, is what he's like. No, white out. Click, 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 white out. This is what President Trump said about President George H.W. There is a picture of them together. It's weird looking. It's probably everywhere. It says it's from Getty Images Archive. It's just them two at a party holding hands with some strange lady smiling in the background, making it feel like this is the creepiest party ever. You can't see it. I mean, if you guys care, if there are any of these you do want to see, I don't know. Good luck. No, seriously. If there's something you're like, I really, really want to see that picture of Trump and HW, I'll show it to you. That's probably his first wife buying him, actually, now I think about it. My bad. This is what he said. I always felt that George Bush, the elder, could have pushed the envelope a little bit further and a little bit stronger. The Bush family and I didn't get along well, to put it mildly. They seemed to be a much different type. I helped George H.W. with Bush with his campaign and did a really good job for him. It was never appreciated, unfortunately, and that's all right. Yeah, he's like, I don't care. It's in your book, yo. You cared. I learned much when he made his famous statement, read my lips, no new taxes, and then almost immediately raised taxes. That didn't work out too well. Almost as bad was when he kept talking about 1,000 points of light and nobody really knew what the hell he was talking about. What did it all mean? What the fuck? He added this letter just so he could shit talk his presidency.
This motherfucker was high on cocaine, is what he was saying without saying it.
1,000 points of light and nobody really knew what the hell he was talking about. What did it all mean? This is from when? The 80s? And he's still pissed about
definitely
it.
cocaine. It was
George was the 41st president from 89 to 93. He was vice president under Reagan. Alrighty then. I like it when he shits on them for no reason. Like, you don't have to do this. What are you here for? Okay.
He might have deserved it later. Trump's just holding on to old grudges and waits to drop it.
George Bush. Dear Don, thank you. This is 88 as well. Thank you for your very generous contribution and for becoming a trustee of the Presidential Trust. The funds you have provided will directly assist the campaign and will help ensure we have the maximum resources to win in November. I know that with your help and dedication, I will be the next president of the United States. Barbara and I will always remember all you have done on our behalf. You have our deepest gratitude. We look forward to thanking you personally very soon. There's another letter here. Let's see if I have a picture of it. Oh, yeah. She almost wrote December. I like how she stuck with it, though, and was like, forget it. I don't got two pieces.
January 6th. Dun, dun, dun.
This is 89, so after. Dear Donald, just a note. As I was leaving the house this morning, I heard you being attacked by Phil Donahue. You were wonderful, Barbara.
So he was being attacked by the mainstream media 20 years later, whatever it was, whatever the math works out to be.
So Trump said, First Lady Barbara Bush was a very nice lady, even though she did not like me very much. She thought I was very mean to her sons, but really they were mean to me because of their lack of support no matter what I did. He's telling their mom on them in the book.
Yeah, fuck your kids.
And that was okay. I gave up on them a long time ago. The elder was a good man, but wasn't there for me. She thought I was very mean to her sons, but really they started it.
Right.
He was responding.
Hey, the only way she knew they were mean is they went and told mommy that Donald's being mean to me, Mom.
Yeah. That's really funny. Next. J.W. Marriott. September 2788. Dear Don, it was a real pleasure meeting you in Atlantic City on Saturday. Congratulations on sponsoring such a fine event in the offshore power boat circuit. I thought everything went off extremely well. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed meeting you. I have admired what you have done and the way you have built your business. You have gone first class and have done it right. Congratulations to you. I hope we can see more of each other in the future. Best regards, Bill. Here's Trump holding on to his tower. That's Trump Tower he's holding on to here. Can you see this? This is weird. I need better.
That worked. I can see it. It's like
How
the model
fun.
version.
How cool to have, because you always start with the little model, right? The next thing you know, you have a giant skyscraper. Next, I don't know who this guy is. Jackie Mason. Do you know him?
That name rings a bell. What TV actor?
October 9th, 1989. Jackie Mason was a groundbreaking Jewish comedian known best for his unique delivery and contributions to stage and screen. Jackie Mason redefined the genre of comedy. Okay. Dear Donald, you are a real mensch. What the hell is a mensch? Let me Google this. Define MENSCH, mensch. A person of integrity and honor. Well, that's nice to say. I didn't know if it was good or bad at first. You are a real person of integrity and honor. Love and kisses, Jackie Mason. They got a cute picture together. He's another smaller dude. Says, Jackie Mason performed for me many times. When he was on, and a comedian only has the special moment once in a while, there was no one like him. He brought down the house. His comedy made people happy. His one-man performances on Broadway were very unique, successful, and frankly amazing. I have a feeling Jackie Mason is in here because he got a tiny hat. What was the one before this? The woman might have been in here for that. There's another one that I thought, and the race relations one. That second Mario letter. Oh, interesting. Next letter. James Baker. Ooh. Dear Donald, many thanks for your recent letter about the campaign and my nomination as Secretary of State. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your taking the time to write. We've got a big job ahead of us, but frankly, it's a challenge to which I'm looking forward. With warm regard, sincerely, James Baker, November 30th, 1988. He says he served as the 67th U.S. Secretary of the Treasury from 85 to 89 and the 61st Secretary of State from 89 to 92. Doesn't say anything about him. There's no like Trump blurb. He just wanted us to see this letter.
Wasn't there some dirty stuff with James Baker? Not sexual.
We'll never know because he didn't. Maybe both. I don't know. There's no context to this. It's just a letter he wanted us to see. And this dude's face, there's a picture of this guy, and he's not even with Trump. It's just this.
Weird.
So whoever the fuck. Yeah, that seemed more interesting than it turned out to be. Wah, 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 wah. Next. This February 6, 1990. We've switched to the noughties. Dear Donald, the second annual New York, Italy Medical Symposium was an overwhelming success thanks to your generous assistance and support. The symposium on preventative medicine and health services research provided a valuable forum for leading physicians from Italy and America to share their expertise and network together. As a participant in the 4-day proceedings, it was clear to me how important it is for medical researchers involved in treating AIDS and cancer to have such an opportunity to collaborate on an international scale. We appreciate We anticipate far-reaching ramifications as a result of these exchanges, and plans are already underway to organize a 3rd annual symposium in Italy. The conference, which was funded entirely by private contributions, could not have taken place without your personal support. We are grateful for your efforts, which are a benefit to the well-being of all of us. Everyone agreed that everything from the accommodations to the gracious dining and the symposium itself was truly a job well done. For all of that, we thank you very much. Kindest regards, Matilda Cuomo.
It's weird how that family turned on him.
He asked him for one simple favor and he couldn't do it. He's a damn backstabbing coward. Cuomo said, he said about her, throughout my life, I have supported countless charitable causes. I have always believed in giving back. That's it. He just used her to let us know. He did a thing. But in New York, it sounds like they really were trying to network. Is that the word? Politic, but on a business scale when you network, I guess.
Cabal.
The cabal. Tommy Lasorda, 1990. Dear Donald, I want to express my sincere thanks for the wonderful hospitality that you extended to me during my visit with you. I really enjoyed spending my time with you, and you did so much to make my visit a most memorable one. I hope 1990 will be a healthy and successful year for you. When we come to New York to play the Mets, I would be most honored if we could have lunch together. It would be great. May God bless your friend, Tommy Lasorda. That's awesome. Tommy Lasorda, he said, Tommy would always say that he bled blue. The blue representing the LA Dodgers. He had great spirit and an incredible character and very good for baseball.
And his fat ass was working for LA.
Fuck off, fat ass. Look at him here.
Oh no,
Bitch,
that's a flattering photo of him. He turned into be like a roly-poly.
Hey. Irrelevant. Objection, relevance, Yana. You're just hating because you don't got no signatures from Tommy Lasorda.
From Tommy, no. I wanted that slip pass contract that he got.
Well, so sorry. Next thing's next. Richard Nixon. Dear Donald, I know nothing about the intricacies of your business enterprises, but the massive media attack on you puts me in your corner. My unsophisticated opinion is that your cash crunch is due in large part to the softness of the economy. Whatever the reason, I'm confident you will overcome your present difficulties. With warm regard, Nixon.
What controversy was in the 90s from him?
That's a good question. I know nothing about the intricacies of your business enterprises. Maybe this is when he went bankrupt or something happened to his businesses. And I know there were a few things that didn't work out for him.
Yeah, businesses fail all the time.
He's in a cash crunch, according to this. Your cash crunch is due in large part to the softness in the economy. But this seems like a letter that wasn't solicited out of a donation or some kind of... Anywho.
But he was getting support back then, so.
Mm-hmm. Barbara Walters. Dear Donald, I am dictating this from California for a very special reason. Today, June 14th, is my daughter's birthday. I understand it is yours as well. I didn't know that. What? June 14th? May, June? Does that make him a Gemini?
Gift from the rich dude.
Needless to say, she's very special in my life, and it makes me realize that our relationship, yours and mine, was also very special. As you know, I'm very fond of Ivana, a good woman, and good women have a tendency to support each other. But I remember all the years when you and I had a trust and friendship that was very much our own. And since this may be a time when a fellow needs a friend, I wanted you to know that my feelings for you remain the same. Hold on, when is this? June 1490, and the one before this was when? June 9th, 90. So whatever is happening in June of 1990, Barbara Walters has reached out to say, you share a birthday with my daughter, and even though you're married, I'd still bone down. That's paragraph 2. I wish you a very happy birthday. The troubles you are facing now, I am sure you will triumph over, and you will be made even stronger in the process. Bum, bum, bum.
Remember that little smirk she had when, what's his name? The Scottish James Bond.
Pierce. No. Oh, that guy, when he said that. Yeah, she was really mad about that.
Just smack her. She's like, with a smile. She's like, well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that was really good. Unfortunately, my dog is barking at my door again, and I don't think he's gonna.
You can see what's up.
Yeah, he's
just
not going to go away.
One of my clips while you deal with it. They're like a minute long.
That's not as easy as you just made it sound.
Sean Connery, that's it.
Sean, good job.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Sometimes you need to smack a woman a little bit to get her to. Harvey's like, oh, yeah.
Wait, there's an interlocutory appeal happening in Kohlberger's case? It says Brian Kohlberger interlocutory appeal related to the IGG.
I watched 2 of Harsh's videos this morning, and he didn't mention that. He was talking about the house being tore down.
Do you see there's somebody that Harsh takes the videos from, Get a Clue or something like that, And eventually I just went there since Harsh is just going to steal the videos and try
Oh,
to
I didn't
give
know.
us his opinion. And I give a shit. So I go there. That guy's pissed. He really thinks that Harsh came out of nowhere and is thinking, like, what's he have to do with this and what's going on
Wouldn't be the first person to do
over
it
here? And how,
because I've seen other
and
channels.
why is
do
he
it.
covering up certain shit? Interesting. It's very interesting. The guy was like, I'm not doing this anymore. They're just stealing my information. But then he started doing it again. Anyways, that's a real sidetrack. I need to find something just to put on. My dog has actually given up. I've wasted enough time that he's shit all over the place and passed out. So let's just keep going. That's Barbara Walters. This is what Trump said about her. Barbara Walters was the biggest of them all in what she did. No woman has ever come close other than Oprah, but she was a different kind of television persona. Barbara interviewed me many times over the years, including 3 times for Most Fascinating People of the Year, a great honor. Barbara's life was all about her work. It was obsessive, not in a bad way, but different from almost everyone I've known. She had men she loved dearly, but they could never take the place of her work. I would see her not show up to important events for her husbands or beloved boyfriends because she was doing an important story or breaking news. She never told me it was a problem, but that's just the way life is. I remember one interview where she got there 3 hours early to make sure her lighting, hair, makeup, absolutely everything was perfect. When I came in, she started yelling for me to sit down. I said, Barbara, you've been doing this for 3 hours. Can I at least look in a monitor? She said, no, you look fine. Interesting, guys. I
Barbara,
would have said more about her.
She was American, like, media royalty, like, treated like a queen. Everyone respected her, but she was also like a vain bitch. She did the first one to do the saw filter on the camera lenses because you couldn't see her wrinkles, and then eventually it was getting so bad where it was like blurry to the point where you couldn't even tell it was Barbara Walters.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, my dog is still barking, so I will.
There, I put it in Rumble chat, so you can just click it and play it.
Okay, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Ago, you did an interview, which may come back to haunt you. Whatever, you know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay, you did an interview in which you said, not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Barbara's like, yeah.
My opinion.
You have it?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
don't think it's
it
bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well,
How can I get a slap?
And women are pretty good at this. They can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and then really.
She's just there with her mouth open.
Then
to give it
Oh, Dibs Internet's fucking it up.
back.
Well, then you get into another area. I mean, then maybe she's getting to like it, then it becomes something else. I don't know.
Referring me.
Yeah. Barbara did that on TV. Trying to trap Sean. Please. Can't stop James Bond from being James Bond. What do you think, chat? Did the puppy do a number 2? Did the puppy do the do? Or the pee? She probably just had to let him out. And then wait for him to walk around 10 minutes to find the perfect spot. The perfect spot. Instead of just going out and peeing and coming right back in, they have to just wander around a little. See which tree is appropriate. Good old Sean. See, just look at Barbara. She's like, oh, that's what you want to do. Okay. After the show.
Okay. Sorry about that again. Oh my gosh, every time I leave, I forget my shoes and then my feet freeze and I come back just too cold to operate. Look at the weird date at the bottom. Is that how it's supposed to go? Does Barbara Walters know what's up?
No, remember it was dictated. So it's some fucking low rent.
It's the nicest paper, though. It's the only one with the border. It probably smelled good. So what you're saying?
Oh, Barbara's down to one word. She doesn't even say her last name. It's just Barbara. Like Cher.
Barb. Okay, next letter is Michael Jackson. It says, Michael Jackson was one of a kind, an extraordinary talent, and a very interesting person. He lived in Trump Tower for a period of time and would often play video games with Dawn and Eric. He once built Trump Tower out of Legos with them. That's cool. I reached out to Michael at one point when he was recovering from being sick, and he wrote back, Dear Donald, with your prayers and blessings as my shield, I am quickly advancing toward complete recovery. I fully expect to resume work in the near future and continue sharing the fruits of my labor with loyal friends such as you, Michael. Michael was a great guy who loved this country.
R.I.P.
Could have been a kitty.
He says he's whiter than Donald.
He had vitiligo or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
They call that bleach.
Besmirch his good name. I feel bad for Mike. I don't know if I feel bad for Mike. I got reserved.
Well, you know about the rumor that he got snipped as a kid?
All the way, like off?
No, they snipped like whatever produces testosterone to keep their, because they used to do it like hundreds of years ago with the choir boys to keep their voices from changing.
Oh man, is that true?
I think his dad did it to him.
Mm-mm.
Because think that was his part of the group, right? He was the high pitch fucking. So if he would have changed, he got a deep voice that was gone from the family, the Jackson 5.
Yeah, but like, don't you have to be a doctor to do that?
Yeah, when you got enough money, you can do anything.
They didn't have enough money, I don't think. He would have like been
Jackson
fighting
5 before Michael. Yes, they had money.
I don't think it was.
And
the
if
same.
it was, or they could just tell the doctor, "This is going to make us more money in the long run." Fucking snippy. A grown man's voice
fucking
should be that high pitch. A grown man's voice should not be that high pitch.
There's a voice I heard the other day that was higher. It was more higher pitched, and they were famous. Who the hell was it? Because I had to. No, famous. I said, not fucking retard on the internet that you watch. That's different.
I just heard high pitched male, so I went with Destiny.
No, famous. I also said. God, where was I listening to it? He had a very high-pitched voice, and it was the first time where I was like, wow, this is like, I don't question if this guy is gay or masculine or any of those things, and I just started hearing his voice as the high-pitch that it is. Damn, I don't remember what it was. But that's sad about Michael Jackson. What are they saying? Is anyone saying? No one's talking in chat, so I guess that's just the new rumor. He got snipped.
No, I think I heard it on Joe Rogan, so they were talking about the rumor there.
Uh-oh. Okay, I could understand why that some people would think that, because obviously the voice stayed pretty high, but
and it was a cultural, and they used to do it, the boys, for a long time.
They didn't. No, they
used to do it. There was an actual term for it for choir boys. They used to snip them.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to look this up a little bit, but I also want to get through this book, so I don't know. This doesn't sound true at all to me. Oh, look, there's a picture. I was trying to show you. It's been here the whole time. That's a good picture. My dog's still barking, but I moved him to the other room. Haha, fuck with me now. Next one. We're on page 32 of 45, so this is going to be manageable. Lee Atwater. Dear Donald, October 5, 1990. Thank you for your recent note. It means a lot to know you're out there rooting for me. I'm lucky to have an army of friends like you battling this enemy with me. Take care, your pal. Lee. Thanks, old pal. He writes like goddamn Mickey Mouse would write. Why does he write like this? I don't trust you. Who's Lee Atwater? Lee Atwater was one of the great operatives of all time. He was way ahead of the pack. There just wasn't anybody like him. He was constantly on the phone. You would never meet him when he wasn't on an old type of cell phone. Lee did a fantastic job for whoever he represented. Harvey Leroy Lee Atwater was an American political consultant and strategist for the Republican Party. He was an advisor to Reagan and George H.W. and chairman of the Republican National Committee. You know who he looks like?
No, because I can't see him.
Me either. I don't know this guy's name. Let me see if I can show it to you. He looks like... I feel like if I just
Wow.
peek at him really quick, it'll just pop into my head. I don't know what he looks like. It's this dude. Oh, you can't really see. See
Okay,
him?
doesn't look familiar. I see him. Yep, good. It's a good hold. It doesn't
Looks
look
like a
familiar.
TV dad. Oh. He was also in like some Avengers shit, I think. Paul Rudd. Did that look like Paul Rudd to you a little bit? Maybe that's not him.
No.
I'll come back to that. That's Lee Atwater, but Rebecca. Okay. Ooh, next. Can you guess who could possibly be next?
Oprah.
No, there's no way you could have guessed. I don't know why I asked. It is the Reverend Billy Graham.
Damn.
September 19, 1991. I think we've jumped a year here. Yep.
Just before or after he got in trouble? Was it him that got in trouble with the?
No, he didn't get in trouble. Really?
There was one.
That wasn't the Crystal Cathedral dude.
I can't remember. I just remember it was one of the big 10. No, because it was a girl. It was a husband and wife couple and she had crazy hair and makeup.
You're talking about the Hills, I think. Isn't that Benny Hill and
Benny Hill? That's it.
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. Okay, this is Billy Graham, and he goes. Dear Donald, it was a pleasure to meet you and Marla Maples at the small dinner party that Mrs. DeMoss gave at one of her homes. For a long time, I've wanted to meet you and get to know you. I have read your books and I'm absolutely amazed at your career. You could probably give me a great deal of good advice as I am chairman of the board of several religious organizations. Be assured I will never ask for you for donations or money. I told Ross Perot that many years ago, and it established our friendship on a much firmer basis. I make it a point never to ask individuals for money to support the various Christian enterprises in which I am involved. However, I do appreciate your invitation for my wife and me to stay at the plaza while here. I explained to you my longtime association with the Marriott family. Many years ago, Mr. Marriott Sr. gave me a 5-year card to use in all of their hotels, a 5-star card. Incidentally, even though he was a Mormon, I preached his funeral at the Mormon temple in Washington several years ago. Oh, that's fucking dope. See, man, when you know people, a 5-star card. Bruh.
Yeah, start making counterfeit cards.
I'm like, it's got Billy Graham's name on it, though. Whatever.
Yeah, none of the new people would know anymore, so it would work.
Yeah, I'm Bill. I identify. You will find that I have a very broad and tolerant mind toward people of all beliefs, though I am most certain only personal faith in Christ can bring the peace and joy and fill the vacuum in so many people's lives. I agree. I hope to get to know you all better and wish you all the happiness in the world. Warm regard, personal greetings. With warmest personal greetings, I am most cordially yours.
Nice.
That is nice. He said about the Reverend Billy Graham. Billy
when did Trump's brother pass
was
away?
one of a kind.
Was it around this time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
No idea. Maybe it'll say it here in this blurb. It says Billy Graham was one of a kind. He was a man of character and conviction. Somebody we probably will never see again in the sense of what he represented, and who he represented. My father considered him the greatest evangelist. I vividly remember going to Yankee Stadium many years ago with my father and the family to watch a Billy Graham crusade. It was absolutely incredible. The place was packed and everybody waited breathlessly for the next word to be spoken. He was a powerful orator, a great guy in the truest sense, who never got caught up in scandal. He did a wonderful job raising his family. He truly adored his wife. When I spent time with him, even at close to 100 years old, he still had that spark life like few others. Billy Graham was amazing and will always be remembered as probably the greatest of all time in what he did, telling others about God.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. And there's a picture of them together. Next picture, black and white picture of the White House with this letter, December 16, 1993. Another 2 years later now. Took us a long time. We were like at 88 for a while. Then we got to 90, 91. Now we're 93. Dear Donald Trump. Dear Donald, please excuse my somewhat delayed response to your nice note of November 5th, commiserating with me after the election. Such kindness and consideration as you showed helps to ease the pain of defeat. I'm confident that historians will recognize what my administration was able to accomplish under difficult circumstances. But until the verdict is in, I remain content that I did my very best. And speaking of the very best, Joyce and I extend you and Marla our very best wishes for a long and loving marriage. Congratulations, and see you at the nuptiation. Okay. David M. Dinkins, mayor. He was mayor of New York from 90 to 93. He did not get reelected, and in that in his loss, him and Trump hugged each other, and I think that's sweet. My dog is really being a pain in the ass. Can you hear it?
Nope.
Okay. Next, a couple more. We are 10 letters away. Dear Donald, June 28th, 1994. We just skip another year? I love this. We're 6 months later. Dear Donald, thank you so much for your thoughtful note about the dinner for the Emperor and Empress of Japan at the Metropolitan Museum. I thought it was unquestionably a great success and that they thoroughly enjoyed it. I appreciate very much your kind comments about my talk. Being able to see something of the museum between the reception and the dinner also made it special for their majesties. There is no doubt in my mind, therefore, that the Metropolitan was the right place for the dinner to be held. This would have been made very difficult, however, had it not been for your friendly gesture in canceling the contract the Japanese consulate had made with the Plaza Hotel. Let me say again how deeply I appreciate the prompt and gracious way you agreed to this. With all good wishes, sincerely, Dan Rockefeller. I don't know. This letter was trying to make me cry. What the hell, Mr. Rockefeller? You did your magic. This dude looks...
People took their time when they wrote letters back in the day.
That's really nice. Like, he let him know, like, thank you so much. This was why it was a good thing. And you helped us with that by doing this thing. Oh, I love this. This is, like, my favorite. I love being in someone's personal business. I love it. And this is what Trump said about David Rockefeller. I knew and liked David Rockefeller very well. He was very patrician in the most complimentary sense of the word. He inherited at the time a great fortune and kept it going with style and dignity, a very respected banker. It says he was chairman and CEO of a Chase Manhattan Bank from 69 to 81. He looks scary. He kind of looks like Soros to me. See his face?
Oh, the Rockefellers? Yeah, they're crazy. I think that their family's like lineage is dying out. Like the grandkids of the Rock or the great grandkids, whatever how many they had, I think the bottom of the Rockefellers aren't doing well.
That's the American way. Next. Oops. He found me. The dog has found me. How'd he get out? Dear Mr. Trump, it was very kind of you to write. This is 1995. It's very kind of you to write as you did before Christmas and to offer my honorary membership of the Mar-a-Lago Club. I am most touched and grateful for such a generous gesture. I am only so sorry it has taken me until now to write to you. I fear I was overwhelmed by a Christmas avalanche of papers, cards, and letters. Your club sounds very splendid, and I do hope it proves to be a great success. Perhaps one day I shall get to see it. Meanwhile, under your encouragement, I shall endeavor to keep up the multitude of things I am trying to do. Incidentally, on your next trip to London, you might be interested to visit my Institute of Architecture in Regent's Park and see the work that is going on there with the students and others who are involved in various projects. We need all the help we can get. ... Writing something, very best wishes. Something, I don't know who the hell this is from. King Charles III, previously known as Prince of Wales and is current King of the United Kingdom. Says, I got to know the former Prince Charles, now King Charles, very well during my presidency. He is elegant and a great guy who truly loved his mother and equally loves and respects Queen Consort Camilla. We spoke for long periods of time, but it didn't take long to realize his thirst for saving the environment is all-consuming. Blech.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Trump's retarded sometimes. He do dumb old man shit like this.
This is just Trump's way of name dropping. I know the king.
How come Baron isn't in these? Is it because he was always underage for all this?
Or he's autistic and doesn't want to be in crowds and.
Is he?
Yeah, he legitimately has autism.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, because the media tried to attack Baron once, and then they fucking regretted it because he was a person of disabilities or something.
So this picture you see on the screen is opposite the letter, and then there are 2 more pages of pictures of them because he's really proud about how he whatever does royal shit.
You got to kind of be important for the king to want to fly over and show up. It's kind of fucked up.
He was a prince then. Okay, 1996. Jack Welch. Dear Jack, per the request of Sandy Warner, I am pleased to enclose the check to your honor for $5,000 for the British American Chamber of Commerce. Although I will be in Europe the week of the dinner at the Pierre, I wanted to congratulate you on being chosen to receive the prestigious Transatlantic Business Award and let you know that no one is more deserving of this recognition than you. Best wishes for a wonderful evening. Sincerely, Zidane. Donald, thank you and congratulations to you on the something success. What a performance. On the what success? Show? Wait, what is this? 1996. What was he doing in 96?
I'm trying to.
Does that say tower? On the tower
tower.
success? What a performance? How would it be a performance? Travel success?
For this guy's background, he was called the manager of the century. He took General Electric from $14 billion to $410 billion in 20 years.
Wow. This Jack Welch dude is no chump.
No.
Oh, it says, there's a tiny blurb where it's written out. It says, congratulations to you on the tower success. So it says tower. Cool. Oh, wait, hold on before we get to that one. This one is it's about Jack Welch. It says, Neutron Jack Welch, or Welch, as he was called, ended his career as one of the 2 or 3 greatest corporate executives in the history of our country. Unfortunately, after he left General Electric, the company he ran is suffering massive financial difficulty that they are still trying to get out of. The management team blamed Jack, even though he was gone for a long time. In any event, he was so great for so long. He 81 to 2001. Is that when? Yeah, we were PC culture by then. It's just we didn't know how bad it was going to be.
Right.
He looks pretty cool.
14 billion to 410 billion, so you can't blame him for your fucking failure.
I bet he was a funny guy.
He's got beady eyes.
Ooh, he does? He has a weird nose too, but he still looks cool. This is just a side picture of him and Trump about to kiss.
Shaking hands.
Whatever, you see what you see. Now next. Dear Donald, this is from Princess Diana. I wanted to write personally. Just thank you so very much for the beautiful flowers you sent for my birthday. They truly are quite magnificent, and I am deeply touched that you have thought of me in this special way. With my very kindest regards and warmest good wishes, yours sincerely, Diana. Bro has a letter from the fucking People's Princess. That's dope.
Right. That's one everyone.
Oh, wait. This is Princess Diana's letter saying thanks for my happy birthday wishes. On the same day, we wished Kate a happy birthday because she's the Princess of Wales now. Diana's daughter-in-law that she never got to meet.
Numbers. What do they call it? Isn't there?
Well, they're not the same date. July 3rd is when she wrote this. It says, he said about Diana, Diana was vivacious, intelligent, compassionate, and very beautiful. She had a captivating it factor, but led a very complicated life with the royal family. No one could have been prepared for what would come her way. That's all he said about her biography. Diana was the first wife of Princess Charles and mother of Princes William and Harry. Princess Diana was an international icon who supported countless great causes and charities.
Yep. I think she was like the #1 person to try to get landmines banned.
Yeah.
They're not
I get
banned.
the same vibe from her as I get from Kate. So I was trying to explain it. It's something about just how she carries herself that I really like about Kate. I don't know what it is. I'm not a I'm not a fan at all of like royal bullshit. You know, I don't care that they're royal. None of that
I think
is like
Diana
makes
wanted
me
to
interested in
escape
them.
the royal family, and they wouldn't let her. That's why they had to kill her.
Mayhaps. Very sad. Next. There's no date here. This says, Dear Donald, many thanks for joining us the other day at the George offices to discourse on politics, New York men and women. Our staff thoroughly enjoyed your remarks, and I trust you found the questions thought-provoking. You were most generous to make the time. Thanks again, John Kennedy.
Yeah, and after the thought note means more than just thanking somebody like when they're going out the door. Oh, thanks for coming, thanks everything. If you like send them a note after they've already gone, that means you thought about them post left, which means you really meant it, not just oh, thanks for being here.
And when it's handwritten like this, it's not like your secretary typed it up and you signed it in 3 seconds. You sat there, you wrote it. You know, this might have been your second draft.
Yes.
I don't know. I really like the way the handwritten thing feels. Says JFK Jr. For some reason, unbeknownst to anybody, including me, I had a very good relationship with John Kennedy Jr. He liked me and I liked him, even though we were different in many ways. We saw each other a lot, we talked a lot, and he put me on the cover of his magazine, George. Great pressure was placed on him to go into politics by his mother. His first choice was to be a movie actor, and he would have been great because he was truly one of those best-looking people you'll ever see, male or female. He was also a nice guy. He had a very interesting relationship with Carolyn. They were desperately in love, but would scream at each other all day. But whatever it was, it worked. They were a very hot and attractive couple. It was him. I saw him just prior to the crash. That was a very sad day in my life because he was an unbelievable guy. He would have almost absolutely become the senator from New York and probably president of the United States someday. He was a lawyer, magazine publisher, and the son of former President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I didn't say that Fitzgerald part, but I know what the F stand for. I love the picture of him. It's so good. It looks like, again, I would say they're probably at a basketball game. 100% I'm guessing basketball game because I feel like he's looking at the score. Trump's trying to talk some dumb shit.
100%.
A lot of this stuff takes place at a Knicks game or something. Next thing's next. Oh. This. August 1st, 1997. Donald. There's nothing like being treated like a queen by a man who knows how to be a king. Thank you for the royal treatment we received from you. Alexander the Great wished he had a room like that one. It was fun experiencing Tina with you. Continued blessings, Oprah. Wait a minute, what did Oprah say about him? There's nothing like being treated like a queen by a man who knows how to be a king? Girl, you disgusting.
Oprah's in love.
She loves Trump. Oprah is a global media figure and businesswoman.
You think Trump's speaking to her?
Oh, they love to get grabbed by
behind closed doors? Because wasn't Stedman her man, her husband, like a gay dude? And it was just a
how could we know that?
She was banging.
But I don't even know what he looks like, let alone who he fucks. Probably not her, though. Let's hear what President Trump said about her first. Oprah. Oprah was a friend of mine who would visit Mar-a-Lago, which she loved. She especially enjoyed the turkey burger and the lime pie. She even chose Mar-a-Lago as the site for the funeral of her great friend and mentor, Roger King of King World. It was the first and only time we've ever done a funeral, and it was amazing. Best funeral ever. Great. And so was she. Sadly, once I announced for president, she never spoke to me again. Aww. He said she's great. He's sad about losing her. She got that meaty.
So that
never mind.
Instantly, that means they had something on Oprah where they told Oprah, "You don't be friends with him no more, or we release this."
Like him or not.
Harvey Weinstein fucking file on you.
You're Harvey. Light is in my face. We're almost done. I think 45. That I know that it pretty much ends here around these ones. July 31st, 1997. Dear Donald, thank you very much for your letter and your invitation to attend the Miss Teen USA pageant in South Padre. Unfortunately, Laura and I are booked on that day and will not be able to attend. I appreciate very much your taking time to invite my family to attend. I also appreciate your holding the pageant in South Texas. Respectfully yours, George W.
AKA, my wife opened this letter before I did.
We ain't going to no pageant with these hoes. Oh, you thought, didn't you, George? You thought we was going to go to this, huh?
Right.
She's got it pinned on the calendar. She said, nope. Donald Trump said this about George W. Bush. W, as he called himself, got us into the Middle East quicksand. After 21 years, millions of people dead, trillions of dollars spent, and the Middle East totally obliterated, we got out. It was a bad decision by him and probably a decision that was forced by Dick Cheney, a disastrous vice president. In any event, I wish them all well. Lots of luck. You fucking retard. Why?
Bush
Why
did
can't you
have
just
that look of
say
fucking
fuck this guy for
stupid
everything he
surprise
did?
on his face.
You should see his wife. The bitch is a clone. Damn. Or she crazy like you're talking about. She's up there in the Matrix. I bet. Dude, old ladies who get facelifts look retarded. Where
do.
are your wrinkles? Look at your hand, bitch. Get a facelift on your hand. Your hand is 100 years old. You can't see this picture, but her hand is 700 years old and her face is trying to be 25. There's no way you could tell.
Oh
That's her
yeah,
old
the crypt
hand
keeper
and
hands
fucking
and the
face.
faces pull back like they're in a fucking warp speed run.
You tried. You did try. I appreciate it.
Like, yeah, you got rid of the wrinkle, but now you look like you're running permanently.
You're always looking for a ghost behind you because the way she's looking at you. Like, what? Damn, why you roast that lady? She could be dead. She probably 700 actually. Nah. Okay. Next thing's next. October 1997. Dear friends, on behalf of all New Yorkers, I am pleased to extend my very best wishes to you and your family for a new year 5758 filled with good health, much happiness and success in all your endeavors. What the hell is that?
Is that a
What the hell is in
Jew number or something? Because I see Yom Kippur.
This Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur serve to mark several important milestones for the Jewish community over the last year. Oh, New Year 5758. That's the Jewish year. Good job.
Yeah, see? That
Over
was
the
just
past
random luck.
year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of Israel's triumphant victory in the Six-Day War and the reunification of Jerusalem, the eternal capital of the Jewish nation. We have witnessed the opening of the long-awaited Museum of Jewish Heritage, a living memorial to the Holocaust at Battery Park City in Lower Manhattan. In the coming months, we will be saluting Israel's remarkable accomplishments over the first half-century of its statehood. I am proud to serve as the honorary chairman of New York City's official host committee for the year-long celebration of Israel's 50th birthday. For the Jewish community and the entire city, the year past has been one of good fortunes and progress. As we look to the coming year, may we be encouraged by all that we have accomplished thus far and steadfast in our efforts to strengthen the bonds of friendship throughout our city. Donna joins me in expressing our warmest greetings for a joyous and wonderful High Holy Day season of special blessings, along with our hopes for peace and prosperity throughout the coming year. Sincerely, Rudolph the Bucknose Giuliani. Sorry, Rudy. That was such a sweet note. I shouldn't have ruined it. But he a fucker. He gross. I think he's a big part of Trump's problem. I don't think he had that many great people surrounding him, but he did take all their advice. Don't.
Well, he had
Says,
the
Rudy
laptop.
Giuliani, Trump.
He had the laptop for a while and didn't put it out either.
Not true. When he got it, it started moving. I think it took a while for the guy who had it for the light bulb to go off to give it to Giuliani.
Ah, gotcha.
Rudy was right about so many things and wasn't given credit for it. Importantly, he was the greatest mayor in the history of New York City and didn't need to get involved with Russia, Ukraine, or all the rest of it. But he did, and time will prove that many of the things he said that were scoffed at were 100% correct. He talked about Hunter Biden and the corruption long before anybody else. People purposely refused to listen, but they should have. As it turned out, Rudy was proven right by the laptop from hell on almost everything. Everything. I believe in the end, the last few years will prove even more impactful to his legacy than that of being a great mayor. Oh, that statement did not age well, Mr. Trump.
It did not age well.
He is going to file bankruptcy because his $150 million defamation suit done fucked him in the ass with no lube and now hurts. Biography. Allegedly, that hurts.
Allegedly.
Says Rudy Giuliani was mayor of New York from 1994 to 2001, having previously served as the U.S. Associate Attorney General from 1981 to 1983. I did hear a rumor that nobody actually called Rudy Giuliani America's mayor except for Rudy Giuliani, and he just repeats that shit. He's one of them guys that gave himself his own nickname.
Yeah. If 9/11 happened, nobody would care who Giuliani was. He just was on TV every day.
Yeah, I think that's where. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they were calling him that because he was like the mayor that we looked to because
The only one that was on the television.
he was the mayor of the city that we were all. It felt like our city. Okay, maybe they did say that about him. I take that last part back. Are we almost done? Let's see. Ooh, there's another one. 1997. HW. Dear Donald, I had a call from a very ecstatic Jeb Bush telling me of the successful fundraiser held in your New York home. This took me back several years to a similar event at which I was the beneficiary. I just wanted to thank you for the big boost to our son. We love Jeb very much. We feel he is properly motivated and that he will be a great governor for Florida. Thank that you have helped him so generously by hosting that fundraiser means a lot to both Barbara and me. Many thanks. Sincerely, Daddy.
Yeah, Barbara didn't sign that or read it beforehand.
He got this one, Pastor. This is what Trump said about Jeb. And there's a debate picture here, just probably everyone's favorite. Trump should have done the debates. He's a real asshole for not giving us that present. Jeb. The Bush family didn't take too kindly when I ran against Jeb, but it was a competition. Jeb was expected by almost everybody to win the Republican primary, and after about 2 weeks, it was over for him. So immediately, the Bush family didn't feel so great about Donald Trump.
He
He's
really
talking about
did
the third
destroy
person.
Jeb, like fast, furious, like the whole legacy. I think that killed the Bush legacy right there.
He's a dipweed just standing there like, why is my friend hitting me? I don't know what to say.
Yeah, he said,
Okay,
Ralph
is that
Wiggum.
it? One more. This might be the last one. Or maybe one more after this. Yeah, there's one more after this. Dear Donald, for a tough guy in a tough business, you are a sweet and generous man. I could never thank you sufficiently for the use of the incredible penthouse you comped us. Your gentleman, best. Alec Baldwin, January 21, 1998. Alec Baldwin. The young Alec Baldwin wanted to portray my life in a movie, and every time I saw him, he would say again and again, I want to play your life story. Little did I realize that he was a bad seed and that he would play my life in a much different way and with much less ability than he would have had as an actor versus a comedian, quote, on Saturday Night Live. I never liked the anger, the tone, or anything about Alec's performance, but I had to live with it for years. It's one of those stories where we started out good but ended bad. With time, I believe Alec became a psycho, a very sick puppy, and it is very hard to believe his story that he thought the gun was unloaded. In any event, I wish him well, but I like the young Alec Baldwin. There is nothing good about what the clock has done to him. Ouch. I love this. Should I read that again?
For the
He
booze.
fucked him up here. Little did I realize he was a bad seed and that he would play my life in a much different way. I never liked the anger, the tone, or anything about Alec's performance, but I had to live with it. It's one of those stories where he started out good but ended bad. With time, I believe Alec became a psycho, a very sick puppy, and it is very hard to believe his story that he thought the gun was unloaded.
He knew it. I said that from the beginning.
He got you a psycho. They killed that lady on purpose.
I think
Donald Trump got big balls in this one. You got 99 problems on page 99. He's like, sue me. All right, and the last one is not as dramatic as that. I should have ended there, but it's just this one. The Palace of Monaco. January 28th, 1998. Dear Donald, it would be a great honor for Monaco to host the Miss Universe pageant at our sporting something in the year 99 and 2000. I would like to extend my official support of the project as I believe this international competition and television program would be well received and perfectly placed in Monaco. My friend Elizabeth Ganzi mentioned your meeting in Aspen and potential interest in discussing Monaco as a new venue for the competition. In the meantime, perhaps Miss Ganzi would meet with someone in your organization to collect all the necessary details required of Monaco and the venue to host the competition. With my regards, I send you all my good wishes. Much success in this year's Miss Universe competition. Albert. I think his name is Albert.
That's nice handwriting.
Yeah. It says, I've known Prince Albert for a long time. He's a really good guy whose mother, not that I would ever talk about beauty, is one of the greatest beauties of all time. Trump kind of dumb. That's his mom? Is that his mom? Did he put a picture of this guy's mom in here just because he thinks she's hot? What the fuck? Look, seriously. Look, there's the dude. There's the prince. He's like, and not that I would ever hit on someone's mom or call her hot and shit, but like, here's her photo. You guys tell her she's hot.
Do you know there's a sexual piercing named after Prince Albert?
The weenie is really named after him? Is it because he looks like a dick?
Well, the actual piercing's called a Prince Albert piercing.
Why?
I don't know, but that's what it's called.
That sucks. He does kind of look like a wiener, though. But his mama hot. Trump not. Okay, so that's it. We made it. That is page 100.
Boom.
Trump's hitting on this guy's mother.
Hey, we killed that. 2 hours, no problem.
Yeah. Took us 40 minutes to get into it. So that means that if we do the next ones, I'm going to I'll flip it and we'll play the video here and I'll be able to pause it. I just hope it's nice and clear. We'll see. If not, then we're going to do it again this way.
We'll figure it out.
Sorry. At least you got to see the actual letters. They're all here.
I like seeing the handwriting, the style of the handwriting, the color.
And every single one of them, you can see like this wooden background. All of the letters he's written on, he's put them against that background. So that's why
I wonder
they
if
look
that's
like that.
the Oval Office desk.
Doubt X to doubt. He ain't in the Oval Office for this. When did this book come out?
Yeah, when it came out and when he made it. You don't know.
He's all, okay, go and do the photo shoot in my office. If the red phone rings, don't fucking answer it. Tell me, call me, I'll come back. Hello, Trumpy's not here. Trump residence.
Do you know there was a bullet in the White House window and no one knew that someone was shooting at the White House until a window cleaner found it?
Really?
You didn't know that? I think it was when Biden was in the White House. There's bullets lodged in the in the like bulletproof window. And nobody heard the gunshots. Nobody investigated the gunshots. There's just bullets in the White House.
Bullets, plural? I kind of want to check into it.
And yeah, a window cleaner's like, I can't scrub these out.
I'm gonna look. This is gonna get me a damn Secret Service agent at my house. Bullet in White House window. Question mark? I better put the question mark in there so that's not a.
No, it's fact.
2011 White House shooting.
That could be it.
Parked his vehicle. No. Bullet found at White House. One struck a window. Maybe it's this. This is 11 as well. Secret Service just confirmed that Oscar has been arrested in connection with gunshots. On Wednesday, after approximately, based on information generated, located and arrested him, as you know. No, that's not it. Oh, damn it. I lost it. Oh, well. We did do more than 2 hours. Let's see what's happening in chat. Present. Where's chat? There you are. I think we're sticking with this chat. It was a long one. What's that PubMed that you posted in chat?
Oh, that was it's a medical journal to prove I was right. On whatever topic we were talking about at the time.
Okay, Tammy Faye Baker.
Sniffing boys to make sure their voice stays nice and high pitch.
Okay.
That's the medical term for it. And it even has its own term.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it was popular in something they were doing.
It was popular enough that they created its own fucking genre.
The Lost Voice, the history of the castrato. Is this showing on our screen? Is the question. It is? Okay. Under the influence of testicular secretion, the male vocal cords increase in length by 67%. Gross. So
17th century boys were castrated between the ages of 7 and 9, underwent long periods of vocal training, blah, blah, blah.
17th century boys and the Jackson 5. Like, to say something is common in 1600.
1903, 1924, still going.
Died in 1924. Nice try. The end of the so
you're a poor black man and you're trying to think how I can get rich.
Look at singers. active was participated in ancient times in countries in the Middle East, Far East was often done. But castration, like they just cut
No,
it.
they didn't
Do you have to
balls
cut the?
off. They just cut off whatever part that secreted testosterone. I don't know what it is, but
Well, that sucks for them.
That sucks for Jackson. There's no proof
Anyway,
of it.
I don't know that happened to Jackson, but it sure sucks
No,
for
there's no proof of it, but that
those
was
opera
a
boys.
lot of rumors.
Okay.
But
why did they unalive Princess Diana? She wanted a divorce to escape from the family. Good morning, Charlemagne. I'm 2000 and late. We started this show by playing that new Rekieta video. I mean, the new Alyssa video about Rekieta. There's not new information, but it is nicely put together. 10 out of 10 would recommend, so Alyssa can get some of them spins. Sometimes you need a snake to keep the other snakes in order, which is why I think the brouhaha about the Epstein stuff is a distraction from the real issues.
Yeah,
Epstein list came out a year ago. Nothing new. It didn't though. Like the official one didn't. The flight logs have been out.
Right. Everyone knew the names, and there was so nothing new really came out. It's just a distraction for something happening right now.
So what's going on right now?
Michelle Obama's getting ready to come out
of the closet, or for election?
No, for the Democrats. Trudeau's going to come out of the closet.
Brr, 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 brr. I'm cold, so if that's too loud, you're gonna please let me know because it's cold in here. Let me go to Michelle. It just started. It hasn't actually started yet. I just touched the push button. Let me go. Yesterday in chat they were like, Michelle Obama will become president when Tom Brady's wife scores the winning football or touchdown at the Super Bowl or some shit. And Tom Brady is like divorced right now, so that's not happening. Are they even in the Super Bowl? Whatever. I don't even know the answer to that.
I don't even know.
Mm-hmm. So let me see. But
here, I got one for you.
I told you, and I was trying to say that earlier, that I have my phone not signed into Twitter. So it's the best Twitter account I've ever had. It's sports and cat stuff. Literally. It doesn't know who I am or what I'm about. So it's the most hilarious cat shit I've ever seen. I'm like, this is really funny. I want to like make a cat channel and repost all this
Start talking
stuff.
about dog stuff and see how many dog commercials you get.
I fucked up and like hit some political shit, and I was like, immediately, I was like, no. Oh no. Hold it. Like he's gonna.
That's my
do this
YouTube
to me
homepage.
now.
I'm like, I don't want to. Like,
It was
click
the Michelle Obama thing. Some reason it said like Michelle Obama is like really worried that this election is gonna get lost, and I immediately thought of the conversation we were having. Oh look, Michelle Obama's election comments go viral.
Yeah. It's one ugly motherfucker. It looks like the Predator had a baby with an African.
Oh, yikes. Former First Lady Michelle Obama has admitted she's terrified about the potential outcome of the election. Donald Trump, the front runner of the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, is leading Biden in 5 out of 6 key swing states. You know what's weird is that, never mind, it doesn't matter. That's a different topic. Michelle Obama's, I mean, she's not indicating that she's going to run. She just said something. So Big Mike will throw his hat in by the time of the convention. The only comment.
They're setting up. I think they're testing the waters, feeling it out because they know they have this, it's a Hail Mary or not. They got to do something. And at least this way, if they lose, it's going to be because of racist, misogynist men and not because Michelle Obama.
All right.
Tell me something as a female. How do you call that woman beautiful?
I don't think she's not beautiful. I can, when you give characteristics like predator, like I can see that. But I don't think otherwise. I never thought like, whoa, this is a weird looking woman or anything
Beautiful
like
would
that,
never
but
be an adjective you would put on that face.
I think she's pretty.
No, no, you're listening.
No,
to
I
the
do.
Democrat
I think she's
TV
pretty.
talking points.
Sports and cats, for fuck's sake, are you serious? Good morning, Mr. Hideous.
Oh, I put the plane one in the chat. The Alaska losing the door.
Oh, is it the
bottom one?
Let me see, the bottom one. Can you hear the heater now?
Nope.
Okay, good. Oh my Lance, it's so warm. I love it.
Elon Musk has done it again.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Just in the last 23 years, he's made electric cars really.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Oh yeah, I gotta push play. I might smoke too much weed during this show, y'all. Oh, I know, it was already on full screen. This is getting better. Great.
Portland approach Alaska 1282.
Nobody died.
Aircraft now
Just
leveling
one kid lost his
12,000 and
shirt.
a left turn heading 340.
Alaska 1282, phone approach. Good afternoon. You still have information to us?
Yeah, we do have information to it. We'd like to get lower if possible.
Alaska 1282 to send to maintain 7,000.
See, this cunt's not telling me the door blew off. She's like, yeah, can we get lower? It's cold up here.
1282, did you declare an emergency or just need to return to?
Yes, we are emergency. We are depressurized. We do need to return back to. We have 177 passengers. Fuel is 18.8.
18,000 pounds of fuel.
Our fuel is 18,900 pounds, and we have 177 passengers on board.
She hasn't told them the problem.
1282, Roger. And do you need time to burn off some fuel before you land?
Negative.
1282, so you're ready for the approach now? You 28 left, okay?
We need about 10 minutes for Alaska 1282.
Alaska 1282, Roger.
Burn off
Let me know
fuel
when
needs
you're
to
ready.
dump it.
We'll let you know, Alaska 1282.
So coming in a little bit unreadable, very quiet. Phone took 85. The only information we have is a pressurization issue, and 177 passengers, 18,900 pounds of fuel, and as of right now, we do not know the intentions of the aircraft.
So no emergency people know what's going on.
Aircraft will be the next arrival. They are on a 2-mile final, and you can expect access to the runway after this.
Did she never tells them the whole door is
No,
gone?
she's like, maybe if I pull in slow, they won't notice.
Sure, I'm gonna need that right runway, as a matter of fact. Oh shit! The fuck! How does this happen? How terrifying!
Apparently, this new airline is being It's the newest Boeing 7 of the group, and they're putting them out as fast as they can put them out. And apparently, they're having problems everywhere to the point I think they grounded them worldwide now.
Wow, that's
because they also had when they first put them out, they gave them to Ethiopia, and they had the new AI assistant in the plane, and the AI assistant would take over if like pilot error or something and help them not die. But the AI was fighting with the pilots and fighting with the autopilot, and the plane was just driving itself into the fucking ground.
Great.
Because the plane and the pilot are saying pull up, we're too low, and the AI is going, no, you're not. Go, Sky King, go.
That's terrifying.
You're like, yeah, we never tested this before we put it in the air. Because they want to get rid of human pilots, right?
I guess I don't want to get rid of human pilots. I'm okay with replacing every fast food restaurant worker. I'm still cool with that. But like, I want a pilot. You know, all those like intricacies that a human brain has, a computer doesn't. I want all that.
Yes.
Preferably. I don't care about its color or its wiener. But a lot of these women's is now showing
what do you think? Is she going to get in trouble for not even telling like the emergency services we just lost a door and maybe the door killed somebody when we flew over that neighborhood?
Oh shit! What do they do with the door? That's true.
Buddy found it in his backyard.
Someone found it for real? For real?
Yeah, here, I'll give it to you.
We're gonna watch We're gonna watch this. It's a little loud, but we're gonna do it.
We're giving 120%. You could buy a drunk 6 at the bar, a banging beverage. Hallelujah, brother. When you're walking with Christ and you're living that lifestyle and you're telling the devil no, you're saying, I won't give in to temptation. Yes. Right. You're saying, Lord,
yes,
I give my life to you. I surrender to you.
It's yours,
Jesus.
Reach your spiritual enlightenment.
Amen, brother.
Say, Hallelujah, Lord. Thank God.
Hallelujah.
I was able to buy this drunk 6 at the bar. A bag of beverage.
That
Take a
pot
look
Jesus.
at it.
Yes, that pot
Praise
Jesus.
the Lord.
Thank you for making
Hallelujah.
me
Thank you.
Lord. I got a drunk 6 a bang of beverage at the Minnesota bar.
What are you talking about this? It's important.
At the Minnesota bar. is the
Talking
best
about
part.
women in in the context of super chats. This isn't the thing you're thinking about or whatever.
What?
You got to utilize your resources. You got to utilize you. You got to play to your strengths, bend to your weaknesses, and then ignore all of that. And just buy some drunk 6 a fucking banger beverage.
That's not bad advice, though.
A
I'm
man
gonna
only
get a
wants
bunch of banger beverages if y'all take this advice.
a man only
Let's
wants to
go.
buy an already drunk girl more drinks if he wants to do things she doesn't want to do.
She wants to do them. She just don't know it yet. A couple of drinks, she'll realize she want to do it every time.
Farming, a new way of making money that's taking the.
Is this the same thing?
It should
No,
be
this is
yes. It should
ABC.
show the guy finding the door in his yard.
Okay, I took the wrong thing. Puppy leak.
Good evening. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and thank you
420 if anyone's paying attention.
for being with us on this Monday night. We want to begin tonight with a major new development
3:31
after that
here.
terrifying blowout in
No, I meant this is a 4:20, 4 minutes and 22
Oh.
seconds. It's 4:20 everywhere, Nova. Forget the clocks. They don't even matter anymore for
the
this.
sky. We learned just a short time ago about troubling new safety concerns and installation issues on Boeing's 737 MAX 9s. And those could be related to what caused the scary incident on board an Alaska
Boeing got
Airlines
woke and
plane.
hired diversity.
Remember, the cabin lost pressure, horrifying passengers as items, including an iPhone that remained intact, was
Imagine if that
actually
hit you in the
sucked
head.
out of the plane. The data from the cockpit voice recorder was erased, making the installation more difficult. Well, today, the head of the NTSB said had that plane been flying any higher, it could have been catastrophic for the 171 passengers on board. As a result, every Boeing 737 MAX 9 was grounded. That's more than 170 planes. And for days now, these inspections have been ongoing. So late today, United revealing they have found what some of these issues are. Chris Van Cleve is our senior transportation correspondent. He's been on this since it happened. He joins us
Your
now
diversity
from Portland
hire
International
program, ain't
Airport,
it?
where the plane took off from. So good
Just like the
evening,
sub.
Chris. What do we know
Tell
about
the
these
truth.
safety issues that they have just found out about?
Well, Nora, good evening. The investigation here remains centered on the 737 MAX 9 behind
I don't
us
think they
here,
say much.
but the concern about the airplane is growing after United Airlines began inspecting its MAX 9s, and
Oh
on a
yeah.
handful of
Let's
planes
check the rest of
found
these planes
loose
since this one flew
bolts
apart.
holding that piece of the plane.
You mean it's not the word on the side that's making it bad? That Alaska word? It might just be the make and model of that plane.
Is that
Way to
Shea
go.
Guevara on the tail wing?
Yeah, it actually looks like him.
It
But,
deserves to come down.
More importantly, why is there such thing as a reporter voice, and why do they keep using it?
I
Once you have
don't
the job,
know.
you
They
try.
all use it too.
It's frustrating. They teach them that at school, obviously, but it still sucks. All right. So don't fly.
Walk.
Walk. Yeah, walking is what I would do.
One
Gotta watch
more.
that.
One more news link. Short one.
Oh, there's 2 links. Libtard Faggot got you first. Let's see
Not
what this one
Darth.
is. Darth is here. See up there? They're different reds. Although Libtarded Faggot gives Darth vibes, I'm pretty sure right here it says all caps for fuck's sake and then all caps leave me alone. That is Darth. There's no doubt about it. What is this? Oh, yes. Thank you for this. You remember this? Is this showing on the screen? Yes, it is. Okay.
That wasn't my link.
No, this is a good one. Do you remember when the
Yes.
plane went down? Okay.
And no one fucking clued in. I don't know how they don't clue in.
Already dead.
Like,
When
don't
the
they have editors and producers and
Now, also on the plane crash, KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are
Holy
Captain
fuck.
Sum Ting Wong, We Too Low, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The
That
NTSB
didn't
has
say
confirmed
Fook at all,
these
man.
are the names of the pilots on board Flight 214 when it crashed. We are working to determine
They'll say
exactly what
anything.
roles each.
That's what happens when news is breaking fast.
That was Anchorman. He just read whatever was there.
That's one of my favorites. Who thinks that's me? It's not. I'm sick of fucking hearing it too. You can. I mean, he's typing in red. He's called lip-darted faggot, and he's awesome. So I thought it was you. Get over it. What's this?
How to protect your house.
Supposedly a gas leak, supposedly. But what
Update:
caught
multiple
my
injuries
eye-
reported after gas explosion at Fort Worth home. Oh, this is
Been covering
but
during
what
this
caught my eye is
newscasting
watch
just
all the rescue firefighters aren't looking for people or bodies. They're all focused on this one little section, and they're like trying to dig in the ground with a chainsaw. You'll see.
I'm not gonna lie, get me vibes too. Okay, this is wild.
the last
Does
little
that look like a
while
gas
here,
explosion?
we arrived on the
I don't
scene
know.
of this in
Where's the
downtown
fire?
Fort Worth. What
Right.
you're looking at there is just
No fire
debris
trucks.
strewn all across the street there, and frankly, all around the block as you continue there to the right of the screen.
Where's all
one
the
of the
cop
buildings
cars?
is
Where's all the
blocking our
Where
view
was the
here.
house? What
This
was it? Was right
apparently
back here.
coming from a hotel
That
called the
says that building
Sandman
blew out.
Signature Hotel.
This
That
one
is
down
there
here?
at Houston and
I
8th
think
Street. I
the
believe
other
it's
one.
810 Houston
I think
Street
it
there
blew that
in
way, but I
downtown
don't know
Fort
for
Worth.
sure.
We are still working to get
Mm.
confirmation to find out exactly what has happened at
One
that
second.
hotel that caused this
They had
much
200
damage
cop
spilling
cars
out into the
at
street
a
there.
mall in
Of course,
Florida,
we're also
in
working to
Miami.
find out about any potential
Now watch when
injuries
they
here
zoom in. You see
as
this
that
part
scene is
right at
now
the
being
crosswalk?
processed by emergency
Like
responders.
one piece
As
of
we are
wall that's
working
really
phone
white on
lines
the
doing
bottom under
that
the
and having
traffic lights.
crews headed out there to the scene
The
and taking
firefighters
these
are just focused
live
on that
pictures from
right
HD
there.
Chopper 8. We have Bud Kennedy on
What are
the
they
line
doing?
with us. He is with the Fort Worth Star Telegram. Anyone who has
It's
followed
like they're
Bud
looking
over
for
the
the
years
wall safe.
knows that Bud knows pretty much everything about Fort Worth and the history of Fort Worth. Bud, as you
What are
are
they doing,
looking
dude?
at these pictures of
I
what we
don't
are
know. What
watching
are they
there
doing?
in downtown Cowtown, it's just
There's no one helping
staggering
them.
when you
There's
see this
no.
much
They got
damage
chainsaws.
and
Like,
this
what
much
do you need a
debris
chainsaw
sitting
for that?
out in a city street there.
Well, and you see this, and it came from the lower floors, apparently, of the Sandman Signature Hotel, which is less than a year old. It opened, it's owned, the CEO of the company.
Photographers
is the
are
Dallas
walking around.
Stars
They're
owner,
not worried
Tom
about gas
Biglari.
being in the air.
It opened and took.
Well, they probably turned the gas off long ago. It's not like the gas is just on.
So then, where are all the firefighters? Where are all the cop cars? The helpers? The. It's
This
like
is
they're trying to get the wall safe out of there before anybody comes in or something.
yeah, that's really weird that they're doing. 3 of them are working on this. He can't hack it out, so he's getting his chainsaw. Do they get to
Took
watch
over
this whole
this
thing?
chainsaw won't.
124-year-old
sledgehammer?
Historic register building, the W.T. Wagner building, that had been a part of an oil company, had been an ExxonMobil oil company, and the Sandman Signature took
What
it over.
is he possibly doing? This thing is what?
This is,
This is
fucking
4
heavy going
inches.
all
This is
day
a
last
2x4. Is there a hole in the ground under this building, under this piece of whatever this is?
There's
Wall?
no holes anywhere else on the ground. Look, even the windows that blew out of it aren't broken up above in the top left corner. The glass didn't even break in the
These?
windows. Same as on where that guy's standing. The glass is in those windows that they're standing on right now.
But this is all insulation, so clearly this makes sense. What
Why
the
is it-
hell is happening here, Chad?
It's fucking my brain. I'm on the Ryan Church right now. I'm like, something's going on. This is kids trafficking. They're pulling the kids out from the fucking subway or the sewers. Something's up.
I love chat right now because Hideous and his alter ego are arguing right now.
Double
that one
tabs, double tabs.
This is really weird. I almost want to just watch this, but I don't feel like chat gives any shits. There's a photographer here. Where are his photos? Let's look at those. Okay, here's better.
Yeah. See, they're like one guy's like kind of going in the building, kind of not. Like they're not worried about searching for people. They're not worried about electrical wires.
But maybe
being
they already did
exposed.
this. Maybe they searched for people like in the night throughout the whole night, or this is an empty building and they knew no people were here, and so now it's like,
Where's the
what is
cleanup
this?
crew? Where's the backhoes and the dump trucks to clean this up? This is a major street downtown.
Where the hoses? I don't know. Is there a fire? Is inappropriately said still here? I need to know how this is supposed to be handled right now.
Like a major street like that, if they know it's a gas explosion, they're already calling it a gas explosion. They're not worried about investigating the cause, so they just start cleaning it up. But there's 4 firefighters digging down the center of a street for no reason. Like looking for fucking Splinter or the Ninja Turtles.
First, I just said, I am the real dark. Oh, when chat does dumb shit, it's my favorite thing ever. Funny dumb shit, not dumb shit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is really weird. What other type of explosion happens without fire?
Even doesn't a gas explosion have a big fireball?
Remember that place in
Like
Washington not too long ago that the cops were all outside of and that shit exploded? Wasn't that a gas fire?
Yeah, but how come these windows aren't broken? Like where the firefighter's head is, the panes of glass aren't broken.
Maybe it's like windshield glass that doesn't crumble, but it just like splinter. You know what I mean? Maybe these are all just
it doesn't look splintered from here.
You can't fucking see that
We'll
from here,
get
dude.
close up. They'll zoom in and out.
All right.
In downtown on
You
West
don't have to listen
7th
to it.
and
You can just
Houston,
talk
which
about it
would
if
put
you
it
want,
really near this.
You're fired, dude. Let's see. I want to find that bald photographer's photos. He'll have
See, the windows
best
above
one.
the blast too aren't broken or cracked.
I don't think they should be. I'm curious about why there was no fire. What explosion happens where there's no fire? It's even over here.
A bomb. That's what? A bomb.
Like a
pipe
bomb?
C4 something.
Oh, all of that happens with no fire? Okay.
I have no idea. I don't.
Wait, whoa. Look here. See here? Underground here?
Underground, yeah.
See, right? The chat said it's a tunnel juice, and it might be. Underground, you can see there's clearly, this is sidewalk level, and under the sidewalk
I wonder
there's
if it was a World Trade Center underground bomb.
A parking garage bomb. So maybe here, when these fags, I didn't mean to call them that, heroes, are hacking, maybe this is just placed over another entryway, exitway, whatever.
See, look at the top corner where that woman and that person, the photographer's walking. That window was thrown how far? Not broken.
You don't know if it's broken. It just might not be out of the pane. It could be totally shattered.
I don't think so. I think it would have to come out of the pane. Being thrown that far away?
Yeah, I'm not an expert at this.
Me either. I just have lots of questions.
So whatever it was, it blew this out, and on the side over here, oops. There's the underground sidewalk. Up here, around the corner, how do I see that? Here. There's debris, so like the other side of this building also blew out, obviously, or expectantly.
It's hard to tell because if you look over on the far right, it looks like there's stuff on the ground too, but there's not. I think it's just
Comment. Most of the time when there's an explosion of that magnitude, it's usually gas. I transported LPG, and you do not want to skip the safety meetings. Trust me. Your videos always make me feel like I'm part of the community. Oh my God, praying. Oh my gosh, I never understand how these things happen. Gas doesn't explode on its own. There's a leak. Why people would smell it way before it becomes flammable in the air, so that's ruled out 100%. Also, gas to air ratio has to be quite perfect for it to explode. Mythbusters was testing this. If there's too much gas in air, then it won't ignite at all.
Yep.
Just like throwing a burning match into gasoline will ignite it. So much for such things to happen, you need to pretty much make it happen. This looks like a gas tank exploded, but why would hotel need gas tanks? Don't they have main lines?
That's a good question. Unless it's for generator backup emergencies.
It also looks pretty old. This could be some older area that has
Fort
like
Worth,
a propane tank. What else did he say? I'd really like to know details on how this happened. I bet it was someone's incompetence. It usually is.
What, like dropping a wrench on a nuclear weapon?
I don't know, but we should look at those. Do you remember when we went to, it was some wiki page about all, or somewhere, we got somewhere where they were telling us about all of the ways that they fucked up with. Do you remember like some lady?
They lost, they dropped, they damaged.
Yeah,
There's
was
a
like
nuke
a
off
lot
the
of
coast
missing
of
nukes.
Georgia right now in the bay. They just, well, it's down there, leave it. Don't worry about that salt water and the electrical components shorting out.
No security footage of the explosion. I'm sure there is. Be patient. It was aliens.
Yeah, there's a big one too. Where's the security footage of the actual explosion? Because the news wants to put that out ASAP unless it's a terrorist attack they're trying to hide.
It says everything is bigger in Texas, even negligence in city inspections. Wonder how many DEI workers were on that project.
There you go.
Okay, well that sucks either way. Did it say no one was here? So no one was hurt?
I have no idea. I just was
Hotel.
curious at the firefighters digging in the ground.
Yeah, that's cool. Weird. I think incompetence explains most of conspiracy theories. I don't know. It explains most accidents.
Yeah, accidents I can give you.
Not conspiracy.
But the higher up, here you go too. The higher up you go in the chain of command for a business, the more I didn't know excuse comes out. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I had no clue. Like that was someone else's department.
Mm-hmm.
Obama,
Like
I didn't know a drone struck a fucking wedding party with children there. I didn't know that until after the fact.
No, Johnson & Johnson, we didn't know that the babies was getting the cancer from breathing in the chemicals. And they're like, is this you? Okay,
And
well, we
women.
knew, but we didn't know you was going to know.
That's the fucked up part. They know and they still do it because, well, I'm only here for another 5 years. So if I get out in 5 years and the lawsuit's over, I am scot-free and clean, and it's the next CEO's problem to deal with.
Think about this though. Okay, remember yesterday?
Like 5-year stints, right? They're just rolling the dice on the lottery, getting in, getting out before the lawsuits hit. Because and they still don't lose any money because there's no criminal fine. The company's paying the fine. Could you imagine?
But like, okay, yesterday we talked about that California lawsuit with Tylenol and the exposure to infants in utero. Okay. Yes. And how they came back with some Daubert standard that they didn't meet the threshold of as being like science that could be trusted, generally is sort of what that meant.
Right.
So most of those that were quoting a certain study that linked autism spectrum disorder and ADHD to use of anyways, that study was just not necessarily discredited, but discredited for expert testimony's sake. If you're Tylenol, right, do you go ahead and put a label on there? Now you're like, fucking, whew, got out that one, put that label on there, we're done. If it ever,
guilt. No, that would admit guilt. They need to be court ordered.
Oh, or do admit guilt. But what if these studies are right? Even if they don't account for the like, what do they call it when it's in your genes or whatever, your
heredity?
Even if they don't account for your family history of it, like in the future, maybe they will correct for that. Are you willing to take the hit on, you know what I mean? Like it's just compounding.
Here's my question. When like Pfizer gets the largest fine ever, where does that money go? Who receives that money? Who benefits from that money?
It goes into a fund, and then lawyers start sending out letters. All different types of law firms are like, hey, if you were hurt by this, prove to us. And then they are the ones that check to make sure you were hurt by it.
Yeah.
And then you get your whatever.
Because I was in a class action lawsuit. I bought a Kia hybrid, one of the first ones that came out back in the day. And I bought it because the mileage was supposed to be whatever they said. Anyway, driving it for a while, you realize it's not true. They got caught falsifying the records from the actual dealership back in like high up Kia. So they lost a class action lawsuit. So all of us that bought one got to get part of the $57 million divided equally. Yeah, I got $38.
That's like not even worth your time to find
Right,
out if you
right.
qualify.
But the lawyers all got paid to work on it, right?
Well, I don't think so. Yes, yeah. In the case when it was happening, yes. In your case, yes, they for sure got more than you got out of that because
And
they're
if I didn't opt into the lawsuit, I wouldn't have got nothing. I had to find out about it on the TV and then go sign up to get into it. They didn't write me a letter going, "Hey, we fucked you. Do you want to?"
I said you get your $20 in the end. Close, so close. It was 40, girl. Totally worth his time. Wow. Okay, well, are you or a loved one suffering from mesothelioma?
One more for
Mhm.
you, because it's California.
Uh-oh. Try to shit on California again. We'll see how this goes for you.
You can tell the show's coming to an end when it starts getting dark in here because the sun's setting.
You putting on your black face and we know it. There goes a fire. This shit about to catch on fire. Was that a Tesla? I'm watching this commercial. It's going to catch on fire. Don't lie to me. Oh, that's not what it's about? Who cares?
California police officers are required to tell drivers why they've stopped
Yeah.
them before officers can start asking.
I knew this, and I thought I went traveling. I had to go to Vegas on Friday, and then on Saturday I had to go to Palm Springs this last week. And the whole time I'm like, pull me over and ask me again. Do you know why I pulled you over? No, but you're going to tell me. I'll wait. Yeah, I saw this. They should have fucking always had to tell you. It's ridiculous that this had to be a law for them
'Cause
to
they
have
want
to
you to
tell you
give up
why they
something,
pulled
like,
you over before they ask
because
you
of
any
the coke in
questions.
my trunk, because of the hooker in the
Is
back.
it the dead
because
body?
of-
Was I speeding? Is it because I don't have a license?
Right.
I don't know.
They're
Yeah,
fishing.
no. Yeah.
Questions. Supporters say it's
Oh, this is all
designed to
the laws.
reduce
Good.
incidents in which police stop drivers for minor violations with the intent of searching the car for guns or drugs. Also new for drivers, ticketing speed
Ooh.
cameras will be installed in 6 California cities in
Not
the new year,
mine.
including Los Angeles, Glendale, and Long Beach. The cameras will issue tickets
They
to
only told
drivers
you
going
3 of
at
them.
least 11 miles per hour over the speed limit. The fine, at least $50 and as high
At least. It's going to be so much more than that. In Arizona, they did this, but there are literally cameras signs everywhere. They're like, there's a camera, there's a camera. And you get up there and you're like, 10 and 2, fucking, I'm not
Yeah.
going to catch and on your way into Arizona, it's the same way. I'm not sure anymore if they still have those cameras, but I would travel back and forth so often that I knew where they were. And sometimes you're just, trying to get there as fast as you can, probably
How
too
long before
fast.
people just start shooting the cameras?
That never happened. But what would happen is other people, it didn't happen in Arizona where they got a bunch of guns, but you would see them like driving like an asshole and you're now slowing down because cameras are about to come into play and there they go flying past you. And at night it's dope because all of the flashes light up and you're like, got him.
Oh,
It sucks for him.
Well, I don't know if it was in this video or not, but I was watching one. Guy got a ticket for speeding while his truck was on a flatbed being taken home.
That's awesome. I've got tickets from cameras on bridges in San Francisco that aren't my car. Thank God I've named my cars based on their license plates. I don't have this one anymore, but I had a Dodge and we called it Jessie. I'm not sure how it identified, but we called they Jessie. And I got a ticket in the mail and they have a tiny little printed on the computer picture from the I don't know,
So
the
you
bridge
can't
people.
see it, yeah.
So I'm like looking at it and it's kind of like a white SUV. I'm like, I think that's mine. I'm looking at it. And I realized it says JES and ours was JSE. I'm like, that's not Jessie. That's Jess. This isn't my car. So I called and I'm like, this is not my license plate. You couldn't tell almost anything, but you could make out the entire license plate. And whoever typed it in the system or the computer probably or read it that way. So it fucked up. I was so glad. I'm like, that's not Jessie.
How
And
many
that's
people just pay it and fuck off though?
because it wasn't that. It's like less than $200. So you're like, I can't believe. And I hadn't been that long since I was in San Francisco. It had been a couple months. I definitely wasn't there when this picture was taken, but still something about me was like, there's me in the photograph. I better pay it.
You need to get the new, I saw it on, was it Amazon? It's a license plate holder, but you hit a button and a screen comes up to block your license plates when you're going through the tolls. Then you hit the button, it goes back down.
I mean, if I'm there, I'll pay the toll. I've had to pay tolls that I didn't want to fucking pay because like a road detoured me onto this stupid bridge I didn't even want to
Yeah,
be
you're
on.
forced. Forced to take it.
Yeah, and then they're like, give us our $80. I'm like, what? I didn't mean to not pay you. I didn't even want to be there. I didn't have a choice. Literally, what was I going to do? There was a bridge, and this was the detour. Like, damn.
Go to
And
the
I'm not from here.
junkyard and find a car with the same make and model and color as yours, and take the license plate off it from the junkyard.
They do not have cars in the junkyard of my vehicles yet. But also, I'm not going through all that. Like, no. Imagine going through all that work and doing another crime so that you don't. No, that seems like a lot of.
Not if it's your daily commute to work.
That's true. If it's your daily commute, you get one of those little things and you don't dick with it. You go into the fast lane or the toll lanes.
Yeah, or you just get a new license plate. Anyway, that was.
Yeah,
I don't think
anyway.
there might be new
there
laws.
are more.
There's still, I
Sorry.
think.
$500 if caught speeding over 100 miles per hour, regardless of the speed limit. The
Oh, yeah.
cameras will be installed strategically to help reduce speeding and fatalities.
The most dangerous roads only and around schools and street racing corridors.
Changes too for retail stores across California.
Oh,
As of January 1, stores will be required to have gender-neutral toy sections. The new law will force stores to add this
The
section
soccer
in
ball
addition
section.
to aisles divided between boys' toys and girls' toys. Companies that violate the new law could face up to a $500.
How are
They should
lawmakers?
just put them in sections of brand, all fucking Mattel toys, all whoever, and then they're all just mixed in there. You don't have to play these dumbass games.
Right.
Boy and girl.
I
Who
don't
gives
know
a
why
fuck?
California lawmakers are worried about this. Like all the things they need to worry about.
Because they need you to understand their ideology and play their fucking game. It's important to
Chat,
them.
do you know what you do? Once this law is enacted, go to California and start moving all the merchandise around. Put the boys' stuff in the girls' section, the girls' stuff in the boys' section, and the company will get fined.
Done.
$1 fine. In the workforce, beginning January 1st, employers must provide at least 40 hours or 5 days off each year for paid
I thought it was
sick
already
leave.
like this.
This includes full-time, part-time, and temporary
Oh,
workers who
temporary
meet
and
certain
part-time.
qualifications.
So you get a job in
The sick leave can
McDonald's
be
the
used
first
to
week, take your
recover
40
from
hours.
physical or mental illness or injury, to seek medical diagnosis, treatment, or preventative
You
care,
got
or to
pity me
care for a
days.
family member who is ill or needs medical care. Also, the first of the year,
That's why people need to hire, right? Because you have 90 days to give no reasons and just get rid of this person. If you've kept a fucking shitty, no work ethic employee around for 90 days, that shit is on you. You deserve every single thing you get. I'm so sick and tired of people hiring shitty employees and pretending like they're going to get better over time or something. No, dude, you have a 90-day window to give you can just say, sorry, it's not working out. Instead, you keep them on, you give them a fucking raise at 90 days, and we all have to suffer with it. So I'm tired of the way people keep employees around that are trash, especially when they're literally McDonald's. You're gonna make $20 an hour, and you still can't type in a number one. No onion.
Nod out while you're working.
Fuck out of here. Give me a robot, please. Give me a robot in these situations.
California's minimum wage rises
Oh.
from $15.50 to $16 an hour. June 1st, Senate Bill 525 increases the minimum wage for California healthcare workers by an estimated 30% to at least $21 an hour. And starting April 1st, the minimum wage for fast food workers will rise to $20 an hour.
So a nurse is
Governor
only going to
Gavin
make
Newsom
$2
signed
an hour
Assembly Bill
more than a McDonald's
1228
worker.
into law in late September.
Robots
He
for
called
the
it a significant
win.
breakthrough for the state's
Like
557,000
they're voting
fast
their
food
jobs out
employees.
on purpose,
We have the
and they think,
opportunity
yeah,
to
I want $50
reward
an hour to work
that
at McDonald's.
contribution, reward that sacrifice.
Marla Tejas, Fox 11 News.
Thank you,
How did you
Marla.
get off metformin? I
Yeah.
used the 10-second peanut trick. What's the 10-second
Oh, this lady's crazy.
peanut trick?
That's all I had for today.
Hey, that was pretty good. We went over the California laws. First, I said, hey, I'm a shitty employee. Well, I hope you get fired. I hope you never make it past your 90 days. I'm sorry. Your mother should have taught you about elbow grease or something. I don't know what it is.
I knew a guy who did
entitlement.
that for a summer. He was just going job to job and doing the inductions. So your first week where you learn how to do the job, you're paid on like to learn. And he would just do the first week and get paid and quit.
Why? It's the worst
He
part
didn't
of a
want to
job.
work. He didn't want to work. He just wanted money.
Oh, because the first week you kind of just sit there and somebody's doing the whole
Sit there in
job while you sit there and
class,
pretend to
yeah, you
learn.
don't do anything.
Damn. That's a lot of work to not work.
Right?
Does he realize that? Dang. All right. Well, I'm sure. Let me show you. Let me see if it's on my desktop. Let me see if I put it in the show folder.
Did you see the woman in LA who called the cops because her husband or boyfriend was hitting her and they shot her in front of her kid?
A woman called the cops for domestic, and when they got there, they shot her in front of her child?
Yeah.
No, I don't hear about that. Is that happening right now?
Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat.
Yeah, do that. I'm smoking some herb. What is this? Oh, it's pink lemonade. I was going to say it's so different than what I usually smoke. It's nice. It's mellow high. I grew this myself.
Right.
I like it.
It's always better when you grow it yourself.
That is false. It's better when it's free, that's for sure, but it is not always better when you grow it yourself.
Don't you
Someone
pick? I have a book where I can like order the exact strain with the THC content, the CBD content, the weeks and lengths it grows.
Yeah. When I grew these, I have a family member who worked at a farm up north. Not sure. I'll say it. Talking Trees Farm. And they were going into the next season and they had too many clones. And so I ended up with a bunch of their dope stuff that they would rather otherwise got rid of, like Pink Lemonade and Runts Number 1. It was a really, really good strain. And so I grew based on what they had, not based on anything else, but I was really happy with it. I was pretty stoked.
I like changing it up all the time too.
I still have some nugs of this and I'm as long as I'm high, which I am, I don't
I like
give
to
a shit.
I like to change strains because I find I get like tolerant to one. Like I'll smoke one strain for like a month or two and then I'll stop and do the whole different strain for a couple months.
Yeah, that's like conditioner and shampoo, but no, not for weed. For weed, I get high in the morning. I sleep 8 hours. I sober. I smoke. I'm high, and it's always just worked out. It's never had to be anything special. Although if it's a vape pen, I don't think those work as well. For some reason, even if they're like 1,000,000% THC, I'm like,
I tried one. That's the last time I'm doing it.
Marijuana cigarettes. Oh wait, is this the link you just gave me?
Yeah, new one.
Copy link. Copy that.
You gotta try gelato.
I've tried gelato.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm not great at being a connoisseur. I know there is some gassy stuff that I don't like. I wish I could remember their names right now. There's a Skunky Monkey I'm not a huge fan of. Am I supposed to be listening to this? No. Did it just start?
No, that's a determine.
Beautifully said. I had gelato last week.
Nice.
Oh, this is that. Okay, let's listen.
Of course, there's a female cop involved.
Body cam video from the LA County
Relax.
Sheriff's Department. The Nina Lancaster woman was shot and killed by a deputy. Deputies were responding to a domestic violence 911 call from a woman who says
Turn it up a little.
she was being attacked by her ex-boyfriend. We do want to warn you of the graphic nature.
Yeah, I need the police here right now. No, because he won't get his hands off of me, and I already told him 1,000 times.
Ma'am.
Get his hands off me.
Ma'am, walk away so I can talk to you.
Hey, come out. Yeah, I'm going to stand here because he is
No.
Go.
I think the kid's 8, maybe 10.
She get the taser. She put her gun away, took the taser.
Deputy for a taser. This was.
She opened the door and said, "I'm going to stab him because he put his hand on my kid." Did I hear that right?
Possibly.
Are you
She was
here?
holding a knife.
Possibly.
He's sitting on the
let's hear it
couch.
again.
and she's got a knife.
Let's hear
So,
it.
So I can talk to you.
but he was the one beating her.
I'm gonna stab him because he pushed my baby. And then she walks away, and he's like, "Dude, get in there." She said she's gonna stab him.
Patty's like, huh? What?
So the body cam video shows a deputy asking the other deputy for a taser. This was December 4th, about 6
This is
o'clock at
Patty
night,
trying
when
to get the
deputies
door in.
arrived to find the victim, Liana Finlayson, holding an 8-inch
Oh,
knife. Her family
damn.
says she called for help for her 9-year-old daughter, too, who you can see in the video. The body cam video shows
first
the male
cop should
deputy
just grab the
enters through
kid,
front
threw it
door.
behind her to the second
Finlayson is
cop.
on the other side of the room holding the knife in her right hand. You can see her grab her ex-boyfriend's arm. That's when that deputy opens fire.
Oh, really?
The family is seeking justice.
The pain of not talking to her no more. The pain of not seeing.
She was
Oh, quick question. Was she? Because there was another time a lady got shot and she had the knife and people were like, she was gonna stab the other chick. What do you do? What do you do here? What do you do here?
It's hard, right?
I mean, obviously, why did that guy have a taser if he wasn't gonna use it? Who shoots? The lady? Why aren't they showing us more? Hold on, let's keep going.
Yeah, he took the taser from her, so there was no other option. But I think it was the
It's
guy
so
that shot,
sad.
not the girl.
That's sad.
So when the bells ring down, Happy New Year's.
I think, black woman rage. I think he hit her, then she grabbed the knife to defend herself, and he sat the fuck down. She's like, I'm calling the cops. You sit on that fucking couch. You stay there, right? I think that's why she was holding the knife. Not to attack him, but I think she was like, I've had enough. You're not going to fucking touch me again. You're going to sit there until the cops come.
Unfortunately, she said, I'm going to stab him. He
Well,
just touched my
But
baby.
that's how black people talk. They're dramatic. If those were two black cops that showed up, they would have been just like, yeah, that's
My
just how black people talk
ass.
to each other.
That is not how just people talk to each other. I don't think
No,
so.
black
She has a
people-
knife and said, I'm going to stab him because
I'm
of
gonna
his
stab a
action. that he
motherfucker
just
over
did."
these chicken nuggets being cold. They just talk like that. They don't mean it.
Okay. This is interesting.
So do you think any lawsuits,
I guess-
cops going to jail, anything?
Who
Justified all the
knows?
way.
I mean, unfortunately, she did say, I'm going to stab him. She's holding him. He has one hand up and she has a knife here. And there's no time to bridge this gap before he can bleed out or
Why
get
not a
stabbed
taser
to the
then?
point where we can save him.
Why not a taser?
That point. That part too, but I think
Right to the
deadly force
forehead.
can be met with deadly force. Am I wrong? I don't know. I have no idea at all. I think this is very sad though.
I think a male cop could take his baton out and smack that girl without shooting her easily.
He could have probably had a boomerang and like threw it at her and got the knife out of her hand and then got the boomerang back and then waited for something the next. But also this is real life, so it's like you shoot her or whatever. Can't believe they shot that young scholar who was gonna be a brain surgeon. Yeah, she was about to go jogging.
Right?
Damn, that was her jogging outfit. The only thing I hurt are the snacks. She needs to drop the knife. She said the wrong thing with the knife in her hand. That's the problem. Is that you might be right, and
Right.
she's just being dramatic. But there's no time for you don't know how she really
What about
talks.
what about the cops
She's not a
knowing
social
that
worker.
it
They're
was
cops.
what about knowing the cops knew it was a female victim calling for help? Would that have changed?
You don't get to play the victim and stab somebody. That's like
No, but maybe they would have realized that she's in a hysterical fucking state at this point and not speaking like a normal person would.
again,
Knowing
they're
that she
cops,
was
not
just a
social
victim.
workers. Just a victim.
This is
They
LA.
don't know how
This is
she
LA. This is
became
what's
the
gonna happen. They're
victim.
gonna get sued because
Maybe
they
she
didn't
was
send social
all
workers with
ready
stamp-proof
with the
vests.
stabbing and the bullshit. I don't like. Who knows?
How come America doesn't have the
No.
Japanese fucking tools? Have you seen those? They're like long sticks with like snap bands or like
I guess we just need long sticks with snap bands. That would work.
Have you seen
No.
those?
Mm-mm.
Type it in YouTube somewhere. Japanese restraint tools. They're fucking hilarious. I'm like, people like someone would really use these in real life.
Japanese.
Like, oh, they work. They're really good.
Restraint.
Maybe police tool. I don't want any sex fucking items to come up. Like police restraint tool.
This thing?
This item.
No.
is a
No, that guy looks.
What's that one right there?
This one?
Yeah, right there. Click that one. See,
All right, shield. That's good.
See the sticks they
He's
got?
like
with
a
the hook?
snake. Yeah. They're gonna grab him like Crash at Disneyland.
Yes.
That would piss me off. What's the jaw strength of this? Like, how many pit bulls? Do they judge it in pit bulls?
Got him. See? These little
do
Japanese
they
men in
shock
helmets
you?
can
Do
do
they
it.
have little shockers at the end or spikes?
I don't think so, but that wasn't the
He
one I
didn't
was
have a
thinking
knife.
of. They have another one where these remember those snap bracelets we used to have as kids?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but industrial, and they like snap it on your person's arms and I can't make it up.
That's funny. First said, if Beautifully was holding the knife, I would have hugged the knife out of her hand. He's got no riz. His rizzy broke. Nerds. All right. I think we made it to the end of the internet today, Nova. On Thursday, I'm going to record with Amit again, Pocket Podcast. Not again, but the last time I was supposed to record with him was the day my dog ate my internet. You remember that?
Oh, yes, that was good.
No, so we're going to do it again on the 11th, which is Thursday, I think. Yep, Thursday. So what I think I'm going to do is record that, and then instead of doing an evening show, come back and do a daytime show after that, where I'm going to test out if I'm going to do a survival show or a INF. I might actually just try the INFJ Reacts because it's really easy. I don't have to much prepare for it. Just have to watch videos and react because that's all it involves. So that's probably what's going to happen. I think I'll be back on.
It's getting dark
Thursday.
here. You can see.
This. INFJ reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday during the day. I don't know when. Sometime before the evening time because I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Figure it out Thursday.
Yeah, I just looked up. You really can't see you. That's kind of creepy.
What's that?
I just looked up to notice how dark it is there for you. All right, so let's finish. Let's get out of here. How did you feel about this book today and the letters?
They were interesting. They were neat, seeing who they're from, the year and date, and how shit changed dramatically for some of them, like Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they going through it. We should tally, oh, there's one of the traders, Oprah, and just start counting them up, see how many are turncoat.
All of them. I think that's the whole point of the book, to figure it out yourself. I actually thought about doing the Cat Williams interview, seeing the thing Cat said, finding him say it before, and then find the evidence of it.
Yeah,
it might take a while though. It might take too long, but
what you do is you stream doing it live, so chat can talk to you while you're clipping and editing and searching, and then they get to participate in the creation of the video, and then you just release the video.
I don't know. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, chat doesn't care. They just want to interact, right, chat?
That's the problem. I wouldn't be able to interact. It's so much work on this side to do stuff that I don't know.
Just have a pop-out window.
That's all I do now is just a pop-up window. I'm not in Rumble. I'm just have a pop-up window, and it's not the best. Lift-hearted faggot said, "Cool stream today. I appreciate that."
Nice.
Maybe you guys will come back on Thursday and learn. Nova, have you taken the Myers-Briggs test yet? Let me find one for you right this moment. I want you to take it before you come back. But you don't remember what you are.
No. I said I do it live.
And I said that's a bad idea. I don't think it'll be as honest. I think you need to be as...
No. I don't care. I don't care what people think.
Okay, you do care what people think. You have such an ego that you won't even accept help. Remember? We've been over this.
Right, because I don't care.
You do care. You won't even wear pink.
No, my ego's so big that I don't care that people are going to judge my answers.
Okay, you may be. Maybe you wouldn't. Still.
You pop it up and I'll answer it within a couple of seconds, so I won't even get a chance to think about it. I just have to give the answer.
There should be a test here somewhere.
Because then it's just like a click the box, like this or that.
Take
Or...
the assessment online and discover your personality test. Okay,
Oh,
here it
here's
is.
a good one. I'll take it offline and then I'll take it live and see if I get different answers.
I don't know if this is free or not. It should be, but no, that's dumb. And a lot of work. This is going to take you like 20 minutes of your life you're never going to get back. And you got to
24
remember it.
minutes?
All of
While
them.
my air
Maybe
fryer
30.
doing my tindies.
I've got 20 minutes to spare twice, so.
You don't know how much time a streamer takes to do this stuff and how hectic it is.
I think that link will work. Wait, did Nova move out of his corner? Let me look.
Yeah, I'm downstairs now.
He did. You could have looked at his house when the sun was still up. You're gonna have to come back on Monday to find out what his
I
setup
hope
really
it's not
is.
cloudy.
Good stuff, everyone. I'm glad you all got to see me in chat. Yeah, so are we. I haven't seen Squabble in a while. I never see some people anymore.
Yeah. Everyone showed up today, though.
Maybe they'll. Oh, look, you got light. Do
That's
that.
for my laptop.
Whatever
I
that
clicked the
is.
link. That's
Heck
my
yeah.
uplighting.
Go take the test. Everyone take the test. I want to know everyone's signed. Because listen, if there are a few that have the same sign, we could do this together. I know Beautifully and I are the same. Sign's not the way you say it. It's type. Same type.
Type, yeah. Personality
Yeah.
type.
Yeah. And
how many types are there?
I think 16.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 16.
So, and there's, I think it's like 16, but there are
there good
4
ones and
groups.
bad ones? Are there like psychopathic?
No. It's all just how you interpret and in the world and information more. Like some people are extroverted or introverted. Some people have more feelings. Some people are more judgy. It's more like that than anything like you like woo woo. There's less woo woo about this.
Yeah,
one.
yeah. But now I'm not left wing, so it'll be different than I got last time.
I think it would have been the same. I would be cool if you did this one, figured out your type, and then found your old studies and saw if they were the same. It's because you're still processing information the same.
I'll try and find it. See if I can find something about it.
Yeah, I do think you're born though the same with your personality type, and you can mature around it.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's born with like innate.
Libtarded, please take the test. First shot, do the test. Beautifully knows it. Vicky, do you know yours?
You have until Monday.
Yeah, you have until Monday. So maybe on Thursday, I'll talk a little bit about this so that whoever is here for that is ready on Monday. And then I'll do some INFJ reacts. I don't know. I'd like to make videos that people could like watch in the future. These last couple ones haven't really been that at all. They're kind of
there's
a
only
mess.
16, so you could just do one profile or 2 or 3. I don't know how long they take the profile.
Yeah. Well, I could probably talk about all of them in 20 minutes because I don't know anything. I'm not an expert. And then I could just show something. That would be interesting to do it with somebody else because whatever you are, maybe you're the polar opposite of mine. And we could watch the same thing and the way we are interpreting it.
Yeah.
We could look at it through the lens of our personality types and you're this and you're that. And what does that mean? I find that interesting.
Yeah, because we can both watch the same video and have 2 different fucking opinions.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just because you're dumb.
It's because I'm Canadian.
Just kidding. It's not just because of my tiny brain at all. Yeah, it's because you're Canadian. All right. Next stream, resist the ricada. Do you hear that? That's for you, Nova. It's for me. It's for me.
No, that was only because of Alyssa's grand finale and his award for the year.
But there's nothing new. Just let's not fuck with that until there's something new. We know everything. We know all of that.
He's still downward spiraling, so.
I was going to give Ricada a message about how it's not over.
Send him a letter.
No. I got
a handwritten letter.
Oh, what a good idea. And it'll smell good. I'll make it like Barbara Walters with the border. So good. All right, dudes. We'll see you guys. I'll see you Thursday. Nova, we'll see you Monday.
Peace.